Yeah, this feeling good right here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. See how these cookies scrolling across the screen here in a second. Yeah. Yeah. See, I'm gonna catch Tristan. You know he'll be staring at himself all night. That's what he gonna do. Yeah. He'll be smiling himself all night.
Yeah.
Let me see if them cookies scrolling. Yeah, okay, we got cookie seduction. We got www.cookieseduction.com. We're gonna be talking about them cookies all night. Don't worry about it. We're gonna be talking about them cookies all night. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna bring them up, bring them in, and bring them all the way through.
Go on and play the high track. You playing the high track?
Come on, Tristan. Let me work this thing now.
Okay.
Let me work this thing now. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is G5 from 5Cast. Hey, we're gonna start off with this right here. Let me tell you what happened today. But I'm gonna tell you what happened the other day. I think it was last week or something like that. You know, Mari, she's up in Clubhouse every day on Hello Houston, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And everybody's been talking about these cookies, right? And I'll be seeing pictures of the cookies. I done seen a packaging of the cookies. I done seen just so much stuff, right? But guess what I got here? I got the cookies.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ooh-wee. I have the cookies, and when I tell you I got the cookies, I got the cookies. I got every flavor. You know, I can't name the flavors, but guess what?
What you got, G?
What you gonna listen? I don't know what this one is, but every time I pull something out, she's gonna bam on the back. I got the rock right here.
The rock.
The
Okay.
rock. Can I talk?
Yeah, slide them on. Explain the rock.
The rock is actually.
It's kind of tilted. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
The rock is named after Tony Rock. He was actually one of my first.
There you go. It should be.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Every time I test it.
Hello.
He'll borrow your mic. Just a mic. You just pull it out. 1, 2.
All right.
Yeah. You can pull it to you.
Okay, so Tony Rock.
Tony Rock who?
Tony Rock, Chris Rock's brother.
No, you ain't talking about him right there now.
Wow.
No,
really?
no, not him.
So it was funny because when I started, I was like, I'm going to have a VIP wish list of people that I wanted to like get my cookies out to.
Okay.
And he ended up on my list. And I kept just reaching out to him. He never would respond.
Right.
So one day on Twitter, he tweeted that someone didn't send him oatmeal raisin cookies.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I'll send you some cookies. And he finally responded to me.
Right.
So he told me what he liked.
Okay.
Tony Rock and I.
Tilt it up a little bit. Just tilt it up. There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you now.
Okay. So since that time, that was like in 2012. Okay. We have been like the best of friends.
Come on now.
So now we're family. Yes.
Behind some cookies.
Yeah. So that's his favorite cookie.
So you telling me Tony Rock, the comedian, has a cookie? Oh my goodness. So we're gonna get a G5 cookie. That's what we're gonna do right there.
Oh yeah.
Hey, and as I go through these cookies, I want everybody to look at the screen. When you see Cookie Seduction at www.cookieseduction.com, you can follow also on Instagram at IG at Cookie Seduction LLC. Am I right on that?
You're right.
The phone number is 832-779. It is 3373. Now I'm gonna finish going through these cookies right here. I'm gonna tell you some things we're gonna go on with the cookies. All right. So the next cookie we got here is the cinnamon and sugar melts. Talk to me about that right there.
That's my version of the snickerdoodle.
The who?
It's snickerdoodle cookie. It's very popular, but you will enjoy.
Okay. The snickerdoodle. We got the snickerdoodle on the books. Okay, hold on. That's like a twin. Yeah, that's a twin right there. Uh-oh. We might be doing something here. This is more Carolina stuff here. Chunky chocolate chip. This is what we got. We got a chunk talk. So who inspired this? Mom, grandmama? Who inspired this?
Well, people were going to the DoubleTree and I'll tell you the true story behind that one. I stayed at the DoubleTree and my kids, they had the warm cookie that you get.
The
lobby.
They'll be going back to the lobby every 20 minutes. I'll get them cookies.
Yeah, but they set it down. It was like, this is not your cookie. And so I made one, the chunky chocolate, because it's similar to the chunky chocolate chip cookie that you can get at the DoubleTree.
Okay.
Fun fact, the DoubleTree has ordered cookies from me.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You in the game
for a meeting?
You in the game like that? Were you pushing hotel cookies for the hotel? Listen, you doing it big right there. Okay, hold on. Oh, sure. Okay, I didn't go too far. Hold on. Now this one right here. Now let me tell you what.
If you like sweet potato pie,
you see what I'm doing right there. Where I'm from?
If you like sweet potato pie,
you can't say sweet potato pie to a country boy from North Carolina.
That cookie has caused fight.
You know what I'm saying? It's like right there. I want you to hit that camera.
What's the name of that one?
What was that? No, it's just your chair. I want
chair?
No. I want the chair to hit the camera. It was going closer to the camera.
Sorry. Yeah. I didn't even realize the camera.
I know. Unless you were feeling good. See, this is what happened. Water. This is what happened, baby. Yeah. We get so comfortable up in here. She didn't want to get away from you. Huh? That's what it is. And listen, he gonna be yours. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? We didn't bring no other women up in here tonight. You know what I'm saying? So you say,
I did not notice the camera.
You know, I know because she got comfortable. See, this is what we do up in here. We make it so comfortable. Listen, you don't know what's going on, but listen, you got this sweet potato. You can't bring no sweet potato in here to no country boy from North Carolina. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Get it, G.
Oh,
get it, G. What it tastes like?
Well, let me tell you something. And I don't be playing now. I told you on the phone. I said, listen, I can't lie about nothing. That's what I can't do. But I can tell you about some sweet potato cookies. Let me tell you, this sweet potato loves.
Sweet potato loves. That was actually, that flavor was given to me by Marcus Spears.
Who's he?
LSU
pro football.
Yeah, he played for the Cowboys.
I don't know too much about athletes, but I know about the sweet potato loves. I guess I now know about an athlete now because he was an inspiration.
Marcus.
Hey, it is 100%. I've never had a sweet potato cookie ever, and that's some true stuff. You know. Yeah.
So
I guess we got them sweet potato patches around our houses in North Carolina, so we just eat sweet potatoes raw.
Oh.
Okay, you got that right there. And you got to know to have some the Dame's peanut butter cookie.
So that was named after one of my customers. He is a personal trainer, Dame Fit.
And he eating cookies?
Well, they have cheat days. And so he wanted a peanut butter cookie with milk chocolate and peanut butter morsels. So that was the inspiration behind that cookie.
Okay. All right, then. That's cool right there. Listen, I'm trying to keep it all separate.
You got to get a cookie, man.
If you request a cookie, you have to name the cookie, and that cookie stays.
Oh, so you got cookie
stays on my menu.
But
you got a cookie?
Hi,
okay. Well, so you saying Firecast can get a cookie?
Yeah. Absolutely.
What I got to pay to get a cookie?
The go hard or go home macadamia.
You already paid.
Hold on. Am I missing something?
There's a banana pudding cookie.
You ain't got no banana pudding. Now you really messing up now.
She brought us a banana, man.
No. Red velvet cheesecake.
Oh, word.
See, you can't say cheesecake to a boy from North Carolina too. How you gonna say sweet potato and cheesecake? You messing up. Listen, I hope it's good. Okay, because I'm telling you, because I'm going in. You know what I'm saying? I'm going in.
Hey, G. All the cookies good, man. Came with a whole box, bro.
I see. And it's really for the guest for the week.
Right. She ain't. Hey, what she ain't.
That's what's that?
Because moist and delicious.
I know.
Yeah.
Look at that right there.
That's how you look.
That's how you know the cookie good right there.
Right.
That's your grandma. Right. That's your grandma test right there.
And everybody can't make red velvet cake. You know what I'm saying? No. Some people red velvet cake be dry as hell. See Harold Desert cake.
Two right there. I open, so I'm good. Well, I see something a little different right there. That's that velvet.
Man, she comes through with the box, bro.
The chunky chocolate. What was the other one you said?
You back over here.
I'm on this side. Yeah. Go ahead to the south side over here. The banana pudding cake. I gotta go try this one too.
G, you going to G say go ahead and try this.
I gotta try the banana pudding too. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting a little something, you know. Yeah. And see, I didn't eat nothing just because of this right here. I knew she was bringing the cookies over. You know what I'm saying?
I see you, man.
I'm over here fasting. That's with these cookies.
With them cookies. What she didn't tell you is she makes brownies too, and I didn't get.
I heard it though.
Taste it because it was so good. People stole my brownie.
See, that's why I heard about the brownie because I heard somebody took it.
Yeah, I have several flavors.
I heard Blue got them. I heard Word on the Street Blue had them.
Blue. Yeah.
She's gonna get some of my butter pecan brownies.
Word on the Street Blue got
Word on the Street. Yeah, somebody got me, but listen, you know what I mean. I've been
so, and this is real talk. This is what I do. So as far as now she brought the cookies because the cookies are for the guests when they come in. Because we're gonna talk about the cookies every episode, and so we getting cookies every week. You know what I'm saying? Start of the week for the shows, and there's only one official cookie maker for 5K. Now I'm not saying I won't support no other cookies, but there's only one cookie that's gonna be eaten on 5K, and you heard it from me. Hold me accountable to it. Okay, I'm deliberate. So we want to make sure
thank you
that it will be strolling. Oh, scrolling is right.
Scrolling.
It'll be scrolling. Cause I'll make sure I was in that like street. Yes. You know what I'm saying? It'll be scrolling on the screen. That's like a tongue twister, right? Scrolling on the screen. You know what I'm saying? As long as 5K is going, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna roll. And of course, I'm gonna go throw old commercial break on it every time too. He's right. I'm gonna eat these doing the show right here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I you know what I'm saying, I want y'all to stay for a little while if you can.
Yeah,
you know
I want to hear Tristan's story. Thank you so much
me
for
too. I want to hear too.
Giving me this opportunity.
Yeah. But he think he gonna get away. He gonna have to give me some balls today.
Nah, I'm ready.
You say we practicing in the car. That's what I heard, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, well let me go ahead and give you a little preamble of everybody know about the app, right? There's only one app out here on the game right now. And it's probably gonna be the only app that's out there, period, forever. And if you look at my left sleeve now, okay, right here.
Oh, you got merch?
Come on now, we merching up, baby. You know what I'm saying?
You got merch?
We got the wink. We got the wink and blink. The wink and drink. The wink and drink logo brand. You know what I'm saying? We might have to get this branded on me or something like that. You know what I'm saying? See what's going on. But I want y'all to check out the this will be popping probably every 15 minutes. You're gonna hear this right here because everybody gonna know this song by the end of the day. And I need y'all to check this out. Wink and drink what? A wink and drink what? A wink and drink what? Hit 'em, G. It's 5 o'clock. It's time to leave. I dig into my pockets, pull out my car keys, grab my wallet, walk out the front door, unlock my phone, open the app store. I need a place to meet and think. Found a brand new app called Wink and Drink. Yeah, it's Wink and Drink. Hey, it's Wink and Drink. Come on, it's Wink and Drink. A brand new app where people meet. Come on, it's Wink and Drink. Hey, it's Wink and Drink. It's Wink and Drink, a brand new app where people meet. Hey, let me tell you, that was hot right there. I don't care what y'all say. Listen, y'all can look like y'all can look like y'all didn't feel that or not. You want to, but I'm telling you, that was hot.
Right.
That was hot right there.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying?
You heard a bumble.
Set fire on everybody in the building right there. You know what I'm saying?
Wink and Drink about to take
over. Hey, listen, selector one more time. Okay, that's what they do. So sometimes you can't get it. What? Everybody sing it. Drink what? A wink and drink what? Yeah. Hit 'em, G. It's 5 o'clock. It's time to leave. I dig into my pockets, pull out my car keys, grab my wallet, walk out the front door. Yeah. Unlock my phone, open the app store. I need a place to meet and think. Found a brand new app called Wink and Drink. Yeah. It's Wink and Drink. Oh, it's Wink and Drink. Come on. It's Wink and Drink. A brand new app where people meet. Come on. It's Wink and Drink. It's Wink and Drink. It's Wink and Drink. A brand new app where people meet.
Jay.
Hey, tell me that ain't 5.
That beat is hot.
Water. Is that 5, baby?
That beat is hot.
Come on now.
Aquafina.
Listen.
It's fire.
Listen. So who put the flames up there? Somebody. B. Craig put the flames on there already. He put the flames on there.
Fire.
Listen, that was hot.
Hot.
You're not gonna tell me when you hear that beat. I don't care wherever you at. You're gonna think about what?
Wink and Drink.
All day. I'm telling you.
Hey,
is it not catchy? Talk to me. It's catchy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to get on my.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, I might have to. We might have to put it on iTunes. I might have to call Vanessa and see. We need to put this on iTunes.
Hey, that's on fire.
I know fire, bro.
Blood
Definitely.
fire.
You ain't gonna tell me that.
But definitely make a commercial on like your Pandora.
Right.
You know.
Oh, it's going hot right there. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I sent it to Vanessa and let her hear it. Vanessa went off. She went straight off.
Hot.
That's really good.
Fire.
It's so hot. Guess what? I gotta play it one last time.
Hey, that
Come down
You know
now.
what I'm saying?
Come again.
Wink and drink.
Oh.
Sing
If you feel it.
What? A wink and drink. What?
hit him, G.
It's 5 o'clock. It's time to leave. I dig into my pockets, pull out my car keys, grab my wallet, walk out the front door, unlock my phone, open the app store. I need a place to meet and think. Found a brand new app called Wink and Drink.
Yeah.
It's Wink and Drink.
Hey.
It's Wink and Drink.
Come on.
It's Wink and Drink, a brand new app where people meet.
Come on.
It's Wink and Drink.
Hey.
It's Wink and Drink. It's Wink and Drink, a brand new app where people meet. Man, let me tell you.
Fire.
That was so much
Beyonce
fire.
butt naked in the
That was so much-
bathtub. Fire.
That was so much fire on that thing out there. That was so much fire.
Straight fire.
Listen, if that don't get you
Fire.
hype, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I'm trying to tell you. I don't know what you're doing with your life out here.
Top 5.
That thing's killing.
G5.
That's killing
G5. G5.
That's killing. Ken said, hey, that's what Ken just said. Look, oh, it'll pop up here in a second. I just hit,
What
I
Ken
had
say?
to hit the button on it.
Yeah.
I hit the button on it. You know what I'm saying? Was it hot like fire, Ken?
Ken say it's fire. Hey.
Was it fire, Ken? One more time. One last time.
Hey.
Wink and drink. What? Listen. A wink and drink. What?
Is that Perkins?
A wink and drink. What?
Hit him, G.
It's 5 o'clock. It's time to leave. I dig into my pockets, pull out my car keys, grab my wallet, walk out the front door, unlock my phone, open the app store. I need a place to meet and think. Found a brand new app called Wink and Drink.
Yeah.
It's Wink and Drink.
Hey.
It's Wink and Drink.
Come on.
It's Wink and Drink, a brand new app where people meet.
Come on.
It's Wink and Drink.
Hey.
It's Wink and Drink. It's Wink and Drink, a brand new app where people meet. Man, y'all better quit that right there. I ain't gonna play it. I ain't gonna play it. Listen, you might hear
More
it. You're gonna hear it about 10 more minutes though.
Yes,
So I tell you every time it look like
fire.
something going on, it's coming on.
More fire.
Listen, the app is serious. I promise you. I was getting winked at early today. I didn't even know. I guess I keep it running. You know, I've been keeping it running. You know what I'm saying? And I've been getting.
They coming through.
Man, come on, man.
Have you met anyone yet? Have
What?
you
Come on,
connected?
listen. See, we ain't gonna put my stuff out there. See, Cookie trying
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Cookie trying to put
to put my stuff out there.
I
Cookie.
love love.
I love too, but you ain't gonna put me out there, Cookie.
It's
You
not
a
love.
cookie. You
It's
ain't. You
sweet
ain't.
and drink. It's not love. It's sweet and
You know what I'm
drink.
saying? You know what I'm saying?
We winking and drinking. That's how we do.
Oh, okay. You know,
Sneaky drink.
okay.
There you go. There it is.
Dating in
Hey,
2021.
this show about to go left.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
It's
Look, Cookie, but it's snitch and drink. You know what I'm saying? I need some fire because she around here. She's snitching out here. Cookie, you buy cookies. She's snitching on you.
Cookie 6'9". She's trying to put you out there,
Man, it's 5 o'clock. It's
5
time
o'clock.
to leave. I get into my pockets, pull out my car keys. Pull them car keys out. Grab my wallet, walk out the front door. Unlock my phone, open the app store. I need a place to meet and think. Found a brand new app called Wink and Drink.
Yeah.
It's Wink and Drink.
Oh.
It's Wink and Drink.
Come on.
It's Wink and Drink, a brand new app where people meet.
Come on.
Hey, it's Wink and Drink.
Hey.
It's Wink and Drink. It's Wink and Drink, a brand new app where people meet.
Already.
All right. We had to do that too.
Listen.
We had to do that to him. That's what we had to do.
That
Listen.
one got me ready.
Hey, we get live in here. I'm gonna tell you right now.
All the
We
way.
get live. If you're not ready to get live,
All
you know
the
what I'm
way.
saying? Okay. You just put the ice in ice thing. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? This my guy's on the big trader. He does big things right here with that 4X. He out there killing them. Y'all seen his layout. You seen the office.
Hey.
Don't act like it ain't real in there.
Hey.
Did you see the office?
Your boy got a chalkboard.
Did you see the office in there?
Man, he got 3 screens.
Come on, man.
He got a screen
Come on
behind
now.
him, bro. What? Trade.
What?
Rain Man.
Real stuff.
Rain
We
Man.
not-
Wolf on Wall Street.
Come on
out
now.
there, man.
Without all the wolf stuff.
Right. Wall Street without the wolf.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm telling you now. I want y'all to understand now. This show is gonna be a little different. Okay. I want everybody to feel it. This show is gonna be real different. Real different. And the reason why is because one, Well, we got this dude in the house tonight. Man. When I tell you we got him in the house right now, you know, he's firing up everywhere he go. You know what I'm saying? I call him, and this ain't a bad thing. Don't take this the wrong way. He's the Houston Paris Hilton. You know what I'm saying? Listen, no, think about this right here. You got to remember, Paris Hilton broke, what's her name? Kanye's wife?
Kardashian. Kim.
She broke her. You know what I'm saying? She broke. She was a stylist, holding bags.
Yeah.
You rolling with the big dog. You big dogging now. So what I'm trying to say is, this dude, you know what I'm saying? You have to know him if you want to know some stuff about where to move, where to go, where to be at, who to be around. You know what I'm saying? The right connect. You got to have him. If you ain't got Tristan in your pocket, I'm trying to tell you, you got some problems. I promise you. I'm keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not blowing no smoke. I ain't blowing nothing up in him, because if that was the case, you wouldn't be here. This Joker here, and Joker means a good thing. You know what I'm saying? He know what term Joker means. You know, I'm
a Southern boy. I know what
he cares. You know what I'm saying? He cares, and every morning. You know what I'm saying? Monday through Friday. You know what I'm saying? He is on Hello Houston, making things happen. You know what I'm saying? With, you know what I'm saying, the co-host, Just Ask Andy.
Absolutely. Shout out.
We got Anita Blue. You see your book right here, propped up in the front right here. We don't play around here. We promoting everybody, just making things up. His mentor. You know what I'm saying? And they rocking. If you come in the room wrong, they're gonna let you know.
Oh yeah.
Point blank, you can't come in there wrong. No, because one is about taking care of people, and this is what he do. You know, and once, you know, we got connected and we talked, and it was just one of those things. It just became like bridge family, you know. And so there was, you know, I had to have him on the show. You know, we're gonna get him with that freestyle a little later on after I bring him in. You know what I'm saying? When I bring him in a little later on, I'm gonna be warmed up a little bit, because he already got his app popping. His app is popping right now. Is it popping? Is the app popping? Hey,
you doing cookie right now.
See, I'm not
we being a cookie right there. Okay, right. Well, listen, I'm gonna tell you, my app popping right now. Listen, I don't know if it's because they must be watching the show or something. The
winking. They winking. The winking drink.
You know what I'm saying? Five casts and wink, right? But no, you know what I'm saying? On a serious note, man, this guy, he's doing great things. And my thing is, I wanted to learn a little bit about him. You know, he has his nice saying that he says when he come into the room and stuff like that. But my thing is, I want people to kind of understand what makes Tristan be Tristan. You know what I'm saying? What makes him go hard or go Holmes? You know what I'm saying? What makes that? What makes him be so sharp when he's out there on the streets, when he's throwing his fedoras on, and he put them blazers on, and he killing you. He throw them shoes on, and woo, the boy go hard. He goes hard. And I guess that's where the go home or go hard or go homes comes from, because he does that. And but without further ado, I want to bring in my man, my little bro, Big Tristan.
What's up? What it do, Houston?
What's going on, baby?
What up, world?
What's going on?
What's up, man? Let's
do
it.
Man. Hey, welcome. That's the first thing I want to say.
Thank you for having us.
No, man, I appreciate you for coming in. I know you're a busy guy. You fight traffic, running through there, doing what you do for our service, for our country. I appreciate what you do. You know, it's not even, I can't even say tell everybody a little bit about yourself, but I want you to, you know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna get to who you are right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So when I say who is Tristan, I need you to take me to the area where you're from, and you know what I'm saying? Take me there.
Okay. So how I started out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This is how Houston I am, right? My mom was at Jack Yates in the middle of Third Ward. If you know about Yates, you know, the alumni, right. they cold. You know
okay, so what side of town is that? Because some people might not know how Houston's situated.
So this is South Side.
So Houston, South Side, left side or the right?
The right.
Okay, so all right.
South Side, Third Ward.
Okay.
I mean, you know, it's a known place out there. There's a lot of people, you know, who did big things come from Third Ward, Texas. So my mom got pregnant with me at 15 years old. Okay. So she was a young mom.
Okay, young mom.
Yeah, young mom. So
let me ask you this. Is she originally from Houston?
She's originally.
Okay, so everybody's from here. Ain't nobody moved here from nowhere.
Yeah, my dad, everybody.
Okay, so you real Houston.
I'm H-Town down.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So we can go back and go back.
Go back and go back.
Okay, got it.
And so that's when I say I'm not Houston, that's how, because
are you the oldest? Or
I am the oldest.
Okay,
I'm
so you
the first one.
Okay.
And this is why I tell you I have a love for the city. My mom, they used to call her French fry because she was eating French's chicken.
Okay.
So if you ever had French's chicken,
so that's like an established kind of like McDonald's type place. Okay, got it.
Bro, don't do
McDonald's. No, I'm saying
don't do it like.
So, no, I'm saying so people can understand it's kind of
it's a chain. It's a chain in Houston.
Got it.
And so it's known in the area, and so she would eat French fries all the time. So she was really skinny, so they would call her French fry.
French fry, okay.
So me in her stomach was eating French's chicken. That's how.
What's wrong with
that? Ain't nothing wrong with it. That's what I'll tell you.
Listen, my mama ate what she could eat.
Yeah, so that's why I tell you that's how Houston.
Okay, that's how Houston you are. Got it.
So you know.
Hey, listen, what's your mom's name?
Susan.
Hey, shout out for Susan. You were doing them Frenchy chicken. And you made Tristan. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
You know, hey, listen, I gotta give her something.
So, she met my dad at a spot called Super Skate.
Super Skate. It's a skating rink.
Super Skate is a skating ring in Houston. It's an established skating ring. It's got Cascade in Atlanta. Super Skate was known in Houston. It was the premier skating ring.
That's the one you had to go. Listen.
And not only did she meet my dad, my uncle. Shout out to my uncle, legendary DJ Frank. He was the DJ at Super Skate. Okay,
so they had a little thing. They had a little game running around there.
Right.
He was gonna spin the records.
Right.
And your pops, he was around there watching
right
girls going around this. Okay.
He was security.
He was they had that thing set up. That was a setup right there. Them boys, what their last name?
Joseph. Joseph was their last name.
The Joseph boys.
Yeah.
The Joseph boys. They were running some games. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah. So he was doing security, but he played football at Rice.
Okay. Did the Rice thing.
Yeah. So and they got together, and so I have two other brothers.
Okay. So but let's talk about you. You 15. You don't came out and stuff.
I came.
They came right after you. Oh,
yeah.
Some gaps.
It's like 3 or 4 years.
Okay then.
So
you was walking around a little bit in diapers. You weren't in Pampers. You was in diapers.
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
I definitely was, and they came in. And so my other brothers that I grew up with, the two other ones, they came out a little later. So that me being the oldest.
All right.
We moved to an area called South Park.
Okay. I heard about South Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
MLK.
Right.
On day.
Yeah. On day.
It's nothing to play with on MLK.
Well, ain't too many MLKs to play with. Okay.
The MLK is
what city you in?
Right. MLK is not nothing to play with. So we and at the time when I was with my mother and my brothers, we was in the apartments I never forget. It's called Esperance.
Okay, got it.
And so these were some tough apartments. It was Esperance, Kingsgate, and New Orleans.
Yeah.
And if you know anything about the dead end,
right, don't go down there. Don't go down there. It's real if you go down that way. One way in, one way out, right?
Yeah, at that time. Now it's all the way through. They didn't.
Yeah, it's probably some nice houses. Probably some nice houses over there now.
Well, they didn't clear the land out right there.
They got the land ready.
But yeah, we so like you said that you're a latchkey kid,
right?
So if my mom going to work at a young age, I had to watch my brother.
Oh yeah.
So at a young age, I started being a leader.
Okay.
I started being a role model at an early age,
right?
Because I knew my surroundings.
Okay.
I understood that this was not my fate. I seen what was around me,
right? And
I was like, this got to be better.
Okay.
And so I wanted my family to do better. Better.
So you were what, 5 thinking like this?
I was probably 6.
6. Okay.
So I was first grade. I was probably first grade. Yeah.
Okay.
First, second grade.
So first, second grade, you walking to school, right?
Right.
Most people we walked to school. When we was in elementary school.
Tough.
So you had to put them hands on some people sometimes to get chased from home.
Chased down, put in.
Right.
But actually had to ride the bus.
Oh, okay.
When I was in South Park. And the thing about it, if you know about I went to Frost Elementary.
Okay.
And so across the street was Thompson Middle School.
Okay.
So you better make it home before they let out.
Before they let out. Yeah.
because
it's funny. It's like that in every city, right?
Right.
It's one of those things where it was like, even, just coming up, even from elementary school to junior high school. We used to have a junior high school. That's what they called it. It was always kind of that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You get out, you need to get moving before them kids get out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it can be some issues.
Oh, it was issues.
Right.
If anybody, like I said, dead end,
right.
It was somebody every day, somebody's hands was gonna get laid on somebody. So you didn't want it to be you.
Right.
So I would make it home as quick as possible. But if sometimes, brother ran a little late.
Right.
And ran into issues out there, but I made it safe eventually. So
right.
But yeah, and then fast forward, I moved.
How far we going?
Probably I say probably 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
I moved with my grandmother.
Okay.
And so my grandmother lived in Beaumont, Texas.
Okay, Beaumont. Okay, so we're going to the Lou now. So we head to the Lou.
The Beaumont, Texas. So and so in Beaumont, well, my grandma had this house. And
so this mom's mom or dad's mom?
My dad's
mom. Okay.
And so I was there with my great grandmother and my grandmother.
Okay.
So these two strong black women.
I already know. There were two grandmas.
Two grandmas. So my great grandmother was a little bit nice, but my grandmother was Creole.
That mean mom.
Creole fire. Like your song?
Yeah.
Fire. I call her she a combination of Tupac and TD Jakes. I call her 2 Jakes.
So you really get the hands.
She will cuss you out and pray for you at the same time.
Oh, right.
That's
what she do to you.
That's what type of discipline she was on. Like, you know what I mean? You ever been choked out on Friday and woke up on Monday? You forgot the whole weekend? That was my grandmother. Like, you know what I'm saying? So she didn't play no games. She was very strict. You know what I mean? So I got picked on a lot because my grandmother was, I couldn't do nothing.
Right.
I wasn't a cool kid at that time. As you see me now,
right. So you developed into cool.
Right.
You developed.
I was not that. I was very quiet, and I was smart.
Okay. So some of those traits right there, you're saying, like, you coming up, you've been kind of quiet. You're saying a leader of your brothers.
Right.
Right. Understanding situational awareness. So you kind of picked that up early on, right?
Correct.
And so this thing right here is kind of harnessed really who you were deep inside, right? During those development time periods.
Absolutely.
Right? So as you go, you about 12, 13, get me to that point when you about 12 or 13 years old. How were things starting to go?
I was still
you still in Beaumont, right?
Yeah, I was still with my grandmother, and like I said, I worked. It was country, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I was out there playing football. I was out in the street, you know what I mean? I had responsibilities at a young age,
right.
And she wasn't playing by school. I had to get in the books.
Right.
I got in the books, and I made it all the way. I stayed in Beaumont until I was in middle school.
Okay. All right. So during this time, were you going back and forth to Houston?
Yeah, I would come.
Were you still making those moves?
I would come see my mom all the time. So I would come on the summertime, and so my mom moved a lot with my brother. So I miss my mom. So I would come.
Okay. So how'd you feel about that? Because at this point, your brothers were with your mother, right? And you were with grandma and grandma. Right. So how did that dynamic feel to you as far as now you were the leader before? Remember?
Right.
And so now you picking up more chores, more responsibilities, really kind of learning how the essence of being that country boy, right?
Right.
So now you've been raised in 2 different households.
Right.
Right. And so your brother's been raised one way.
Right.
And you being raised another way. So were there any dynamics when y'all would come together?
No, it really wasn't, because I was the oldest. So whatever
you said, it was gonna
go.
Right.
And so, I understood the situation at a young age.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My mother, it probably took a relief off of mom not to have 3 boys.
Okay.
Trying to make her way up.
Okay.
So, and so that was, my grandmother was loving. I can say she was harsh, but the thing about it is, my favorite book in the Bible is King Solomon.
Okay.
Right. So God asked King Solomon, he granted him a wish. He said, you can have anything. King Solomon asked for wisdom and understanding.
Right.
So I understand at an early age, it's It's if you're
you over to get winks. You want to get winks?
We should get winks.
You getting winks over there?
Yeah.
Don't get hurt over here. I don't need to see no domestics going on over here because you don't got a wink. Because you got your app open over there. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Cookie over there getting winks. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, so
go interrupt the interview with some winks.
With the winks. It's all right.
All right.
No, but like I said, he asked for wisdom and understanding.
Right.
So at that age, I understood that you could be intelligent, but you want to be wise. So my grandmother, she didn't have a degree. She probably graduated high school.
Had it,
yeah. But the thing about it is she was wise.
Okay.
And if she said something was going to happen, it was going to happen.
Okay. So if you kind of took all that she gave you, right? Okay. What is probably one of the most significant things that you took from her at that time? Okay. At that time, what do you think? Just
her understanding of people.
Okay.
People thought she was mean.
Right.
But the 9 times out of 10, she was mean to people for a reason.
But did you come to this realization as you got grown?
As I got grown.
Okay, but see, I want to keep you at that time period. I want to keep you at that age. Did you think, oh, she's wise?
No.
Okay, because I didn't think.
No, absolutely not. Gee,
so and that's what I'm saying. I want to keep you there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I need your way of thinking at that moment.
At that moment, I thought she was just a mean lady.
Okay, then. So now, how did that shape you at the time when you thought? You understand? Because the way we can go back and we can reevaluate things, and we're like, oh man, that was good stuff. But during that moment, we didn't think certain things, right?
No.
And because we didn't, so we're forming a certain way because of the way we're feeling in that moment.
Right. I was upset. I probably was upset because I was picked on and bullied because I wasn't cool.
Right. So what made you think you weren't cool though?
But I mean, because they would say, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. You're a square.
Like when you say who was telling you this?
Kids at school.
Oh, kids at school.
So, you know, like you say, middle school was tough because at like another issue in Beaumont, I went to it was called Bowie, but it changed the name to Really Ray Smith.
Okay.
And so it was in the hood. Okay. It was another in the hood school.
In the hood situation.
And so I was number 6 in my class.
Okay.
Throughout the whole, our whole 8th grade, I was 6th smartest person in my class.
Okay.
But I was smart and I wasn't cool. So as an automatic bullseye.
Okay, got it.
So kids would pick on me a lot, and I had friends. You know what I'm saying? I was always friendly or whatever, but it was tough.
Right.
So it was tough for me, and I guess it hardened me in developing.
Okay. And see, this is what I want to get to. That's why I want to keep you on the same mindset, because I want to see really what are the things that formed you to get to that certain point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's move on a little bit. So let's say I'm gonna go ahead and jump you to about the 10th grade.
Okay.
We're 10th grade. Where were we at?
I moved with my father to Fort Worth. Texas.
Okay, so now you went to Fort Worth. Okay, so we started off. Now I do this thing right. I'm gonna go back because I want to recount some things. So you was down there in Houston over the 3rd Ward side, right? One way in, don't play.
Right.
Okay, we're gonna have some issues out
there.
Right. Okay, you the oldest. You know what I'm saying? You got 2 brothers.
Right.
Okay, you the leader of the pack with them. Get to a certain age, you go out to grandma 1 and grandma 2.
Yeah.
You got to chilling in Beaumont. You're doing your thing. Smart kid, right?
Right.
People trying to say you ain't cool, but you was cool anyway. But they wasn't cool. That's what it was. And so you deal with that for a time period. And so now you're about 10th grade. I said 10th grade, right?
Right.
So 10th grade, you decided to go up to Fort Worth.
I went after 8th grade.
So we're gonna go 8th grade.
Yeah,
okay.
Right.
So 8th grade, you head up to Fort Worth.
Yes.
Now, what was that thought process? Do you look at it like, oh man, I done left Houston and went over to Beaumont, and now I'm heading up here to Fort Worth?
Yeah. I always wanted Houston was my home. Right. I always knew I was gonna come back to Houston.
Okay.
It just it was an opportunity to be with my dad, and I was like, listen, I'm gonna take this opportunity. I'm gonna stay with him because, like you said, a man teach you how to be. Another man got to teach you how to be a man.
Okay, got it.
So I'm a firm believer.
You get to that britches age,
right? So my grandma knew she couldn't handle me. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to, I'm not scared to make a change. So I went to Fort Worth to see what Fort Worth was about, and I did it.
So you get to Fort Worth. Day 1, Fort Worth. Talk to me. And I'm talking about school day. I ain't talking about summer day.
Day one in Funky Town was crazy because I didn't know about the gang issue.
Okay.
So it was Bloods and Crips.
Okay.
In Fort Worth.
All right.
And so luckily for me, I had almost like
so when we talk about this part right here, we'll just say there were gangs. Okay. Yeah. So this way we don't talking about either side.
Right.
You know, so don't become politicized.
Yeah, right. So needless to say, it was gangs.
Okay.
It was gang ridden.
Right.
It's mid-90s, gangs going hard.
Right.
Fort Worth, I think, was close to being one of the murder capitals.
Yeah. What year was this?
It's probably 96.
96. Okay, they were going hard out there. Yeah, they were going hard. And you're right, because I'm gonna tell you, I can tell you a little story about what happened back in 95
right
up there, because we used to go up to the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When Prairie View would play
Grambling.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I was those young soldiers down in Fort Hood.
Yeah.
And so we went to the thing, handled our business, and we decided to go hang out in Fort Worth.
Okay.
So, you know, we were hanging out there, you know, of course, you know, Army boys had a little car or whatever. So, you know, we riding through the hood. Some girls were, you know, we riding through the wrong hood.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
And but you know, being country boys from where we from, we ride with our windows up and we have our tent real hard.
Absolutely.
So they were slipping.
Right.
So they had some girls walking in front of the car. It was a stop sign. And this guy, his name was Lily.
Okay.
Big joker. And he was in my passenger side, and I really don't ever ride with nobody anyway.
Okay.
But he gonna roll his window down, and he started talking to one of the girls, and some other girls walking in front of the car. And I was like, "Dude, roll my window up."
Right.
He's like, "No, gee." I said, "No, roll my window up."
Right.
You know, where I'm from, you just don't do that. You don't ride in the hood like that with your windows down because it's a setup. You know, and just like clockwork, I'm looking over here talking to him. Next thing you know, the dude had the gun at my window.
Right.
You know, he was touching my glass.
It's crazy.
I open the
yeah.
He must be crazy. He don't know where I'm from. Like, I ain't open that glass. So the guy put the gun, literally had rolled the window down a little bit. So the guy had the gun inside and had it to his head. And so he was like, he was telling me to get out of the car.
Mm-hmm.
So he was going to touch the handle to open, and I said, "Boy, don't touch that door." I said, "Don't touch that door." You know, and the guy was hitting my window hard trying to break it. And so man, I did what I did. I took off. The lady went flipping over the hood, and got down the street, and that's when I learned about Fort Worth.
Yes,
it was serious, bro.
Funky town, serious. And
serious.
I have a story out there too.
Yeah,
we get into it.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, so when I got there, luckily my dad, he was dating this woman, and she had a son.
Okay,
Brandon. We was almost. I mean,
about the same age.
Yeah, we in the same grade.
Oh, okay.
We almost like brothers.
Oh, you good then? So you good.
So he gives me the gang politics,
okay,
right? Because I'm green.
Okay,
you know, and both my they got little gangs, but it's not that serious.
Right.
But so I didn't understand, you know,
the culture.
The culture is definitely one school. They got one school.
That's what they
have a certain gang, and I lived in an area called Forest Hill.
Okay,
I stayed on the street called Forest Hill Drive.
So you had to roll with them pretty much.
The funny thing about it, Brandon friends were of the opposite
other side. Okay, okay.
So I had to roll with
whoever he rolled with.
With whoever he rolled with.
Okay, got it.
So that gave me
disadvantage.
Little issues.
Right. I call it a disadvantage.
Right.
Right.
So they gave me a little issues, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't run into too much, but we knew, you know, I had to tiptoe lightly. I knew I was in enemy territory.
Right.
And plus my dad was a cop. So it was always a struggle, you know,
because you cop boy.
Yeah. And then the gangs, you know, they what they call they hit up my house, which they call, you know, they sprayed my garage.
Okay.
And so, you know,
pops.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it could have been for pops, could have been from number of things, but so, you know, Fort Worth was, you had to understand the gang politics.
Right. But cops kids always, no matter what, the cops kids always had problems, even growing up where I grew up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And in fact, the cop kids could never really hang out with anybody.
Right. And so, I mean, he did put a lot of my friends' parents in jail.
Yeah.
And so one of my friends, one of homeboy name, we call him Boo.
Yeah.
He actually put his mama in jail. And so Boo would come to the house. But but you know, Boo knew or whatever, but Boo was cool. But you know, Boo was Boo though. But you know what I'm saying? But you know, he would come to the house. But so he did. I was very cognizant of who he made arrested. And I mean, it was, and you know, and he was at the time he was DEA, so he had a different police car every day.
Right.
So he would have like a week. He had this car, another car this week. One time I never forget, he came, picked me up from school, and he had bullet holes in the car.
Right.
And so I'm looking like Dad, you know you got bullet holes. And he's like, oh, that's just cosmetic.
Right.
It's like, cosmetic? Ain't nothing cosmetic about bullet holes in you. What you mean? It's not blush. It's not lipsticks. It's bullet holes in the door. So, but you know that.
So you deal with that, you know what I'm saying, just from all the way around, you know what I'm saying, your father was in law enforcement, you know what I'm saying, so you moved up that way, you know what I'm saying, you met your, you know, I'm gonna just call him your brother at this point right here, whether it was brother or not. Father was in law enforcement, so you know, gangs in there, you kind of had to learn the politics. You was in the opposite neighborhood that you should have been for the people you were rolling with.
Right.
Situations happen now. So how did that make you? How did it develop you? I mean, like, what was your thought process during that time? You know what I'm saying? As far as the development part, because what you gotta see where I'm going with this. I'm just trying to see how you were developing.
So it made me understand that you have to be aware, self-aware, of all time.
Once again, here comes self-awareness, because you told me this when you were down in Houston, right? You had to be aware of things young because you were a leader of your brothers, right? Okay, then so now this is probably really nothing strange to you as you're up in Fort Worth, because it made you aware. Okay, you knew you were living in this neighborhood, but yet whatever this set was right here, you wouldn't roll with that set. You wrote set over here. So now you would always have to pay attention as you move, same way you did in Houston, because you told me school let out. You got to make sure you cross this area before a certain time, right? Okay, so you always had the eye for that type of stuff.
Correct.
Okay, now so let's move on up to let's get to senior year.
So senior year, I actually got into some trouble. Okay. And what happened was the story I want to tell you. So when I was in Fort Worth, what happened was it's a reason why I tell you the story, because it's a story that kind of changed my life.
Okay, significant emotional event.
It was traumatic, right?
Significant emotional event.
Definitely. Right. Absolutely. Right. So it was I end up my dad got married. I had I had stepbrothers or whatever. Right. And so I had like a step cousin. Okay. So we decided to go to a party. Okay. And they're from Southside, Garland. Okay. Garland, outside of Dallas. Okay. So if you know about the Metroplex, Dallas and Fort Worth are two different. Right. They're two different cities, but it's two different hoods. It's two different politics. It's a whole nother thing. So we went to this party in Dallas, right? Right. My spider sense went off.
But you was out of Fort Worth. You went to a party in Dallas. Okay,
so but I was with them. Right. So it was some friends they knew. So at the time, we go into this party. It's at a VFW.
Okay. You went to the V?
Yeah. Come it's at a VFW. If I'm not,
you already know what's going to happen. You go to the V. That's a Great American Smokeout.
Right.
Baby.
Right. So if I'm not mistaken, it was at a VFW hall, and we go in. Should have known something was up because they had 3 metal. You had to go through like 3 metal detectors. Okay, got it. Before we even get to the party. It's a Christmas party. I remember. So I'm at the party at this time. I'm probably like 16 years old. So I'm on the girls. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a dancer, right? So
you were that guy.
I was going, yeah, I'm dancing. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That's how
we all knew that guy. You were that guy.
That's how I'm getting the girls. I'm dancing. I'm saying, I'm a big Usher fan. I'm sliding into their hearts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was sliding into DMs before they were DMs. You feel me? So I'm sliding into their hearts. You know what I mean? So I'm at this party. Mm-hmm. I'm one-sided. I'm on the girls' mind. Right? Okay, got it. You ain't thinking about doing all the crazy little
stuff.
Did I know the people that I with, they was on some other.
Okay. So you don't roll with some people with some different intentions.
Correct. Whole different intention. So it was a fight that happened in the party, right? I see the fight. I get out the way. Right. I didn't know this was my people.
Your people. Oh, so you can tell your people fighting? You go to pop light.
Yeah. Right. And it's dark. You know, it's one of them old school parties where they got all the lights out. You know what I'm saying? You actually had a slow jam in that too. But so they go outside. I'm like, all right, I'm still on the girls. Right. I'm still
you good. Go ahead. I'm about to hit this red velvet while you talk.
Right. So
you'll get them brought these red velvets in there. Like I'm not playing.
I hear pow, 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 pow. I automatically knew it was gunshots. So I run. So everybody tried to exit the building. And I remember like it was yesterday. I ended up getting trampled by some girls. Some girls jump on top of me. I hit this.
So the same girl you were running sliding from, they all run on top of you.
Right. I hit the Christmas tree. I hit the Christmas tree. It was a Christmas tree in the corner. I hit the Christmas tree so hard, I knocked the Christmas tree over. It was like 4 or 5 girls jump on top of me.
Okay.
I throw, when adrenaline going, I throw them off of me.
Right.
I run outside.
Yeah.
Unbeknown, I didn't know what's going on. I get outside.
Yeah.
Once I get outside, I never forget this day. It was a Honda Accord. Guy pulls up at the, they had the sunroof.
Oh man.
Hops out the sunroof, sees me.
What did he have in his hand?
Yeah, I think it was a 9.
Yeah. Oh, he went 9 on you.
Laid shots.
I thought he would have the old pump.
laid shots.
Right.
Bow, 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 bow. I run back inside. He's shooting. Like you can hear, I can literally hear the gunfire going on. Bow, bow, bow. You know what I'm saying? So it was all said and done. After I go back, I go back outside. I hear people crying.
Right.
I'm like, what is going on? I go outside and I see a guy shot in the head.
Okay.
So, I'm immediately like, where my folks at? You know what I mean?
Right.
What happened? What what happened in the whole situation? But it was, I finally found my folks. I'm like, what happened?
So everybody was good though in your team?
Everybody was good.
Okay. So you didn't lose nobody that night?
No, I didn't lose nobody that night. But it was just like I say, a traumatic situation.
But so this is because you were in those neighborhoods and this was the first time you really seen action.
Action.
Like this,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
So like you say in Houston and when I was in Beaumont, it was scuffle.
Right.
It was still
some hands and cuts and stuff like that.
In Fort Worth,
wasn't no popping heads open.
Fort Worth was dying.
Right.
People were
dying.
They
were killing people, right?
Yeah, they would, like I said, they would in Dallas, they were killing people.
Right.
And so it was when I seen that, I was like, man, this, and he had to be in my age.
Okay.
This man life had got
16, 17 years
gone in an instant at a party.
Okay. So now what's your mindset? And I'm not saying really that night or that evening, but from that point, I mean, it formulated something within you now. So did that make you kind of like really be aware of things and said, you know what, I don't want to roll like this no more? Did you do that?
It was more of that. It was more of that. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm always got to be on savage mode if I'm here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do this.
Right.
Yeah, I want to be in this situation.
Okay. So did you ask to go back down?
No. So what happened was, fast forward, I was smelling myself. Like I say, once again, and every time I get in trouble, I'm chasing women.
Is this 12th grade?
No, this 11th grade.
11th grade. Okay.
So every time I get in trouble, I'm chasing women.
All right.
So I decided, my dad had a Mercedes, right? My dad had, and he had a few cars, but he had this Mercedes, right? And so it had, it had the CD player at the time, and you know what I'm saying? So I'm riding around. He told me, no, don't take the car, right? I got my license. He was like, son, you know what I'm saying? The car need tires.
Yeah.
Don't
take the car.
Don't take the car, right?
Yeah,
but he worked a lot.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, you know what? I'm going to take this car. And so I would take the car, and I used to go to I took it a couple times. The first time I took it to
I want to get you the meat of it.
Right.
When you took the car, when a significant thing happened. Right. Because evidently something happened.
Yeah, right. So when I took the car and I went to a friend's house, right? Came back, he was at the house.
Right.
And I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? He's a big dude. So I'm like, oh my God. Like, your heart skip a beat, right? And so I'm like, oh my God, he gonna kill me.
Right.
So I get out the car slowly.
Yeah.
Walk into the house. He got the belt. He like, you either gonna take this whooping or go stay with your mama. I'm 16. Right. I'm like, man, I ain't taking no whooping.
Yeah.
So I'm saying I'm going back to Houston. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to Houston.
Right.
He gave me my wish. He whooped me and then said,
because you probably going back anyway. Because see, look, he already was on the phone with your mom. He done talked to him. This boy done took my car. And when he come back, you know I'm about to tell you, don't beat him too bad. I ain't gonna beat him too bad, but I'm gonna beat him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he'll be right back down there. So I ain't got time for this.
So I come back. I get some back. So I come back to Houston. Now I'm with my mom and my brother. My brother's in middle school.
Okay.
And at this time she's working for NASA.
Okay.
Out in Clear Lake. And I end up my grandmother lived in this area called Friendswood.
Yeah.
A little suburb of Houston, if you don't know. And so I end up going to a school called Clipbrook.
Okay.
Totally different than the school I went to.
So the environments are totally different, right? Yeah. From what you had been to.
Right.
Okay.
So
got it.
So when I get to Clipbrook was majority white.
Okay.
They had a few, they got a pocket of black people, but it was majority white. It was a different atmosphere.
It was just different from what you were used to. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't have to wear. I could wear whatever I wanted to wear. You know what I mean? I didn't have to worry about gangs.
Right.
It was all school.
Right.
It was fun. You know what I mean? Not saying Fort Worth wasn't fun, but Fort Worth, I had a blast out of Fort Worth. But Fort Worth,
survival in a sense.
Yeah, it's definitely more.
So it was more or less you didn't have to worry about the survival aspect of things. You know what I'm saying? And which is a good thing.
Right. And so I came into more of my own.
Okay.
When I got in Fort Worth, because I felt
because now you can really develop and get off the survival mode.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You really can pay attention to yourself versus paying attention to your surroundings.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I got into myself, a little bit more. I still was shy. I still not the man you see today, but I had, I was exposed to.
Okay. Right. So you really you was able to develop now.
Yeah.
At this point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, so senior year you graduate.
Right.
Now you graduating.
Right.
So you graduate from this school.
Right.
Okay. So it's graduating year and you're literally at graduation right now.
Right.
Okay. What's your mindset? What you gonna do? Where I'm gonna go?
Right.
Boom. What were you thinking?
I wanted to go to college.
Okay, so you
off
wanted to go
the
to
rip.
school.
That was my dream.
Okay.
Like,
so why didn't you go?
So I get to college and
so you did go.
I wanted to roll in college. Like I had to roll in junior college or whatever.
Right. Which school?
San Jacinto Junior College. So I get to college and my dad was like, I ain't paying for college.
All right.
I told he always wanted me to go in the military.
Right.
And so he was like, you need to go to the Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's not for me.
Right.
that's the military don't fit my personality.
Right.
It doesn't fit nothing I do. Right. And so he was like, no, and so I remember to this day, I was at the college crying in tears because I couldn't go to college because I wanted to, that's how bad I wanted to learn. That's how bad I wanted to be in college.
Okay.
And so, I worked for like maybe a year. I worked at Toys R Us or whatever. And then my mom was just like, what you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, she brought a recruiter to my house. They brought me to a recruiter.
Right.
And I was like, man, I ain't feeling it.
And you at home?
I was 19.
You were 19 at the time.
19.
Okay.
I'm like, I ain't feeling this. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so they end up bringing she had another recruiter. She ended up friend of his, and he came talk to me.
Right.
And I was like, all right, so I looked at jobs and I seen a logistics job. Right. I was logistics and I did an intern with my mom. My mom was a logistics for NASA.
Right.
So I used to intern at NASA in the summertime. That's how I used to make my money. Mm-hmm. So I knew logistics.
Right. So it seemed like a good fit for you.
Right. So I was like, I could do this. Is easy. You know what I'm saying? I've done this before. Mm-hmm. So I decided to do logistics in the Air Force.
Right.
And so I had second thoughts, but my mom was like, either you go to the Air Force or you're going to be homeless. So I picked Air Force for $200, Alex.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
I enrolled, went to basic training in 2001.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna get to that whole military piece. But I want to say something real quick. Hey, let me tell you about these cookies real quick.
All right. Tell them about the cookies.
The cookies is on point. I'm about to knock off this banana pudding. I'm about to finish this on off. If you can look at the bottom of the screen, you can see Cookie Seduction is the one that makes these cookies at www. cookieseduction.com. You can follow on Instagram at Cookie Seduction LLC. Phone number is 832-779-3373. Now, I'm lucky to have the creator of this delicious morsel in the studio with us right now. Let's see if that microphone's gonna work right there. Yeah.
Hello.
So, talk real quick right here. Like, what made you get into the cookie making business?
I might have to come on the show.
You are. You know what I'm saying? You will.
It wasn't expected at all. I was laid off from a job, corporate America, for 10 years. I was with this company, and I wasn't used to like being at home, not doing anything. Okay. So I remember leaving the job that afternoon, going home. I'm home by myself, and I'm like, okay, I have a severance. I have my retirement. Right. I have to do something. And at that time, I enjoyed like bringing people together. Right. That was my thing. I love small gatherings, dinner parties. So I was like, okay, well, I'll create a company. Like, this is in the afternoon. Right. Same day I was laid off. I'm like, I'll create a company so that I can start, creating experiences for people. And I was like, well, I also need to make some money like every day. Right. So it was one cookie that I used to make. I baked for my kids for like years. Right. One cookie. And I was like, I'll bake that cookie and I'll sell it. Put it on my website. It was a Yahoo small business website that you could just kind of put together real fast. And the next day I was like, okay, I need a name for this, cookie portion of it. Right. Came up with Cookie Seduction, went grabbed the DBA. I started creating more flavors. I would have the people in my building at the time. I lived in a high rise, so I would have the concierge put my cookies out on the desk area.
Well, look at you putting that. She was drugging people, making them fiend.
And I never looked back. I just kept going.
Man, I
love moves.
I love those stores.
And then what was that first cookie you made? The first one,
butter pecan delight.
Butter pecan. I didn't get no butter pecan. I didn't get no butter pecan delight.
That's my signature cookie.
What happened to the signature cookie?
We'll make sure.
Come on now, I need the signature cookie now. You got to bring the signature in here. You got to bring the signature cookie up in here. I can tell you this though, real quick. When we eating them cookies, we pulling our phones out, Tristan.
Oh yeah,
that's what we doing. We pulling our phones out, and you already know what's got to happen.
Wow.
Oh, we can drink what?
Hey.
We can drink what? What? We can drink what? Hit 'em, G. It's 5 o'clock. It's time to leave. I dig into my pockets, pull out my car keys, grab my wallet, walk out the front door, unlock my phone, open the app store. I need a place to meet and think. Found a brand new app called Wink and Drink. Yeah, it's Wink and Drink. Hey, it's Wink and Drink. Come on, it's Wink and Drink, a brand new app where people meet. Come on, it's Wink and Drink. Hey, it's Wink and Drink. It's Wink and Drink, a brand new app where people meet. I dropped the damn beat on y'all ass. I dropped the beat on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Fire. I dropped the daggone beat.
More
Don't fire. Come on now, all day.
Fire.
All day. Come on, baby. Listen, when that beat be dropping, that beat is, listen. Fire. You know what I'm saying? Cookie had to put the daggone headphones on because she needed to feel that beat for a minute. She needed to feel it, you know what I'm saying? Because that thing was hitting. Anita like that thing too. Anita loves it when it drops like that. She loves it. You know what I'm saying? One more time. I got time. One more time. Come again. We about to go to Tristan. We about to go with Tristan. Hold on. Tristan went to basic training. We about to go to where Tristan went to basic training in the Air Force. You know what I'm saying? But we got to drop the beat though. The beat be dropping. Wink and drink. What? A wink and drink. What? A wink and drink. What? Hit 'em, G. It's 5 o'clock. It's time to leave. I dig into my pockets, pull out my car keys, grab my wallet, walk out the front door, unlock my phone, open the app store. I need a place to meet and think. Found a brand new app called Wink and Drink. Yeah, it's Wink and Drink. Hey, it's Wink and Drink. Come on, it's Wink and Drink, a brand new app where people meet. Come on. It's Wink and Drink. Hey, it's Wink and Drink, It's Wink and Drink, a brand new app where people meet. Man, that's killer right there.
What?
You know, that's killer right there.
What?
That's killer right there.
What?
Hey, who got over here on the other mic over there? Who's that over there?
Stillwater's in the house.
Come on, Stillwater. Tell me about Stillwater, Rick. Come on, give me a little something about Stillwater.
Stillwater. I'm originally from Ohio, moved to Houston as a young child. So I have a mixed personality of the Midwest and Houston, Texas.
Okay.
So I have a very different perspective.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But I join out just like everyone else. I market myself and I market my business. I have a couple businesses.
Okay. What you got?
Primarily, I own a IT service company.
Okay.
And we do everything IT. I like to say that the world has a digital footprint.
Right.
What is your digital life? So if you're not catching up with the world, you're just totally falling behind every day.
That's kind of like having that carbon footprint.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Don't act like I don't know. Gotta make my security clearance.
John,
don't act like I ain't got no security clearance. I have
That's
one.
that G5s. Yeah.
Shout out to the security clearance.
Shout out to the security clearance.
Shout out to the security
clearance. Keep it for all 25 years.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Yes, sir. Now I'll tell you something interesting.
Talk to me.
The same school he went to, I went to.
I know I saw the movie. I picked all that because she was telling on you.
Yeah,
because you know she will snitch on you because when he was talking, she was like, "Oh, that's school. You was over there."
I'm the snitch of the
Boy, I tell you, boy, you put some wine in the cookie hand, cookie gonna tell on everything.
Yes, sir.
Look, we got a light over there on her. That's what it is. We interrogating her. She interrogates her. You ready to go yet? No, you trying to pull people out. Cookie, I'm watching the whole play now.
My day starts at 4 a.m.
Cookie.
That's true. It's about her bedtime
right
now.
Yeah.
Well, Cookie, you don't mess around and came over here to the 5 now. You know what I'm saying?
You already know.
It ain't easy to walk out now.
Okay, you know what? I'll order some.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shucks.
Okay.
Look out there now.
All right.
I graze, so I have to eat 2 hours.
She gets some food. This is for the food right here. What? You pour the drink yet, Tristan? Because you ain't got your chicken wings out yet or nothing. Little chicken wings, that's how you eat.
Hit him, G.
No, bring the food up here, dude.
It's time to leave.
Bring the
I
food
dig
up
into my pockets, pull out my car keys. Grab my wallet, walk out.
No, you eat on the show. That's how it works.
My phone, open the app store. I need a place to meet and think. Found a brand new app called Wink and Drink. It's Wink and Drink.
Hey, it's Wink and Drink.
Come on.
It's Wink and Drink,
a brand new app where people meet.
Come on. It's Wink and Drink.
Hey,
it's Wink and Drink. It's Wink and Drink,
a brand new app where people meet.
All right, man. You heading off to the Air Force. You don't pick your job. You said you're gonna do logistics. You're gonna do it like this. We heading off to basic training. You did something ringing.
That's
you went to basic training, man. Where'd you go to basic training at?
Lackland.
Right here in Texas, right?
San Antonio, Texas.
Okay, right here in Texas. All right. Do y'all have more than one basic training?
No, it's only one.
So everybody.
That's why it's called
a
gateway to the Air Force. So.
So just like Colorado's gateway for officers in the academy.
Yeah.
And San Antonio's gateway
to the Air
for real?
Force.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Man. See, that was a fun fact for me, bro. I never knew that.
As soon as you drive up to Lackland, that's the first thing you see. It's a gateway to the Air Force.
So I was a helicopter guy, so I didn't never have to go to the gate. Every time we go down there, we fly we fly in.
You never seen the gate.
You know, I never seen the gate, but I know it's out there though.
Yeah,
I know it's out there though. We done went through there now. Don't act like I ain't been through there. The Black Hawks can get in and out. Boom, 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 boom. We gotta go. But all right, I ain't gonna go through the whole detail of basic training piece right there, because I mean that's just what it is. It's the entry point for everybody, right? And we all kind of go through the same thing. It's new, blow the whistle, blah blah blah, right?
Right.
But now if I take because it's all gonna bake down to the Tristan that you are now, right? Is what I'm trying to get to. And I understand that where you come from the beginning, you know what I'm saying? You're the young man here in Houston, you know, for a time period, area was like it was. You went out to Beaumont with grandma and grandma. You went up to Fort Worth with Pops, you know what I'm saying? Pops had to put that belt on you and put you back down here to Houston, you know what I'm saying? By this time, you're in a nicer area. Correct. You know what I'm saying? Where you can really kind of focus on you yourself and not have to worry about being aware of your surroundings all the time.
Correct.
Which is a great opportunity, you know what I'm saying? That mom provided for you. You did what you got out of school, you did your thing at Toys R Us, did some stuff with her out there in the logistics world at NASA. So I remember everything you say now.
Absolutely.
And so it's now time for you to go head over to you went to basic training. What was your first duty station?
Well, so I was in the Texas Air National Guard. So I came back to Ellington Field.
Okay.
And so that's where I've been. So that's where I started my career.
Okay, started a career there. So now, as far as this, so are you going home every night?
Yeah,
you're a mom. So you pretty much.
I'm still in the city.
Right.
But in the guard, what I'm saying? I'm just doing a weekend a month.
Weekend a month. Okay.
Right.
So how long did you do a weekend a month for?
I did a weekend a month for probably like what? No, didn't do a weekend a month.
Right.
So what happened was, soon as I come home from tech school or AIT school,
okay, yeah,
9/11 hits.
Okay, the 11 hit on you. Okay, they running to the Pentagon, running everything.
So scariest moment, one of the scariest moments of my life, because
you had to ask yourself, do I know my job?
Because
that's what most people had to ask. Do I know my job?
Everybody say, hey, they know where they were during 9/11.
Yeah.
I was asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I get a call from my father.
Right.
And he's like, are you watching the news?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, no, it's early. Because
I know.
Yeah, it was early in the morning.
I know where I was at too.
Yeah. So I'm like, no, what's going on? He was like, man, you may want to watch the news.
Right.
You're going to get a phone call.
Mm.
So I'm like, Pop's tripping. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
I immediately turned on the news and I seen the plane go into a tower.
Right.
And I was froze.
Right.
Because the next call was the base.
Right.
Said, hey, you got to report the next day. So
the next day. Not that day?
Not that day.
At least you got a day on the book. You were good. You got a whole day. Listen,
not that day.
You could go to French's.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, not that day, but the next day I reported to the base and I immediately was activated.
Okay.
For a year.
Yeah.
So it was, like I said, that was the first time it was, we was at Delta. So
okay. So I don't want you to go too far.
Okay.
So 9/11 happened. The next day you go in. What's your mindset like as you're going in? Do you
scared?
Because up to that point, you just got hit. A school, whatever.
Yeah. Right.
And so I say it's a joke. We always, when things happen, people ask themselves, "Do I know my job?" You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even think it. I knew I was a trainee, so I knew I didn't know my job. So the thing about it is, it was scary because of the unknown.
Yeah. Okay.
Because like I said, I was really one of the first people in my family to go into the military.
Okay, good.
So it wasn't, once again, another leadership.
Right.
I was the first one to step out on that platform. So I didn't have any real guidance.
Okay.
To the situation.
Okay, got it.
And so it was scary. Because I'm like, man, you knew that it was going to war.
Right, something was going on.
Right. You knew immediately when, that plane hit that tower that was a declaration of war.
And what's funny, man? So this is crazy. So now we have something unique.
Right.
We both were in Texas during that moment.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because that night I had just got back from flying about 3:30. Because of course we fly at nighttime. So,
right.
We take off 8 or 9 o'clock and we come back about 3 or 4 in the morning. So got back about 3 in the morning and got home.
Right.
When I got home, I'm knocked out. Yeah. And so get a call from New York. We have family members in New York. So we get a call from New York. The phone's just going off. I'm like, what's going on? So I get woken up. It was like asking were we all right. And I'm like, all right about what? They're like, oh, a plane hit the tower. I said, okay, well, you're in New York then. You know what I'm saying? By the time we turned the TV on at the same time, and it was like, boom, the next plane hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of like, I was one of the units like, it was right then. So I just finished flying. I got, big pages going off, so I had to go right at that moment. So, but that's just one thing that you and I at that time, not knowing each other, but we were here in Texas at the same time.
Absolutely,
that's amazing.
Yeah, and
it's amazing to me. I know it might sound crazy, but
no, it sounds crazy. So, I mean, a lot of people don't understand if you was in the military, but even if you're not, everybody remembers. And if you're too young to remember, it's a day that, like you said, that changed your life. I guess it would be the equivalent to when Pearl Harbor. So
you know what? Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah,
I would definitely.
I would say
it's like the same process, pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? The day of infamy. You know what I'm saying? You remember that date to The day that they was that's attacked.
So it's a significant event now. It's not really the next day or whatever. How is this changing you now? How was this at this time changing you or developing you? Because remember you said you bullied early on. Okay, you probably wasn't the coolest dude to them. You know what I'm saying? Coming up just all the way through.
Right.
And now you're thrust into this position. You know what I'm saying? Because we all were thrust.
Right.
You thrust into this position now. And you're having to really develop yourself.
Right. So I'm gaining more confidence.
Okay.
I wasn't when I was young. What I didn't tell you is I wasn't very confident. Because like you said, I was bullied. So I hadn't found my own yet. So I wasn't confident, and I really wasn't confident in myself and what I was doing yet.
Okay.
And so 9/11 hit. It put you in a position where you gotta be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no choice.
It's no choice.
It's light switch, right?
Right.
It's on. It can't even go off. It's on.
Right. And so it got to the point where, hey, I knew that, this is what I signed up for.
Okay.
This is what you if it's go time, it's go time. That's what it is. You had to come to that realization that, hey, this is it. This is what you do. And so it make you grow up fast.
Okay. So now you're really starting to work on yourself more. Because you said once again, when you came back down here from Fort Worth, you were in a nice area.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, where you can really kind of focus on yourself.
Right.
And now you're in the military. You know what I'm saying, and you're around people every day where there's really no threat. Right. You know what I'm saying, where you're going to work at, because everybody kind of on the same accord. So once again, you're able to also now form yourself and focus on yourself now. Right. And build yourself and become more confident. You know what I'm saying, without all the extra distractions.
Right.
Okay. All right. So let's kind of go through let's go on a few years. So the place you're at now is where the place you've always been?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what time have you left?
Yeah, I went TDY different places. Okay. And I've been deployed.
Okay. Let's talk about deployed. All right. So where did you deploy first?
Kuwait.
Okay. All right. So now it's Kuwait. They're telling you going to Kuwait.
Right.
You've never been there. So what's your thoughts?
I volunteered.
Okay. But still, what's your thoughts?
My thoughts is I got a job. Okay. At this point, I got confident in myself. Right. I know my job. This is what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm not saying you're not fearful, but courage come in.
Right.
And you know your job. You know what you got to do.
Right. So where you at, AJ?
Ali Salim, the Rock.
Salim. Okay, Ali Salim. Yeah. Ali.
Arif John, I've been down there too, but I'm at the Rock.
But Ali that's where you come in at. The Army people.
Right. Yeah, everybody come through the Rock.
So
definitely. Everybody's coming through the Rock.
I know that's right, man. Going through, you go the down Rock. And you turn right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're the first little place we get TA-50 right on the left.
Right.
Keep going on up. Yeah. Don't ask like I ain't been through that now more than a few times. You know what I'm saying?
Rock. You know what I'm saying?
So when you get off that plane in Kuwait, when that door opened, what happened?
Bruh.
No, literally, what happened?
Yeah, man. It was
the damn heat. That damn heat came in. That's what happened.
Unlike you, I went there in the wintertime.
Oh, okay.
So for those who don't,
the cold game is real.
So for those who don't know, the desert is not just hot. The desert is cold.
It freezes. It freezes on you.
It was January. I made it to the Rock. January 27th.
Okay.
It was, and we stopped in Germany, and we wasn't in a terminal, so I had to get off a bus, and I've never seen so much snow in my life.
Right.
Yeah. In Frankfurt, Germany, I've never seen it was snow.
You don't went back to Germany, man. I'm talking about Kuwait.
No,
man.
But I'm telling you before we get so when I get to Kuwait,
it's a game in Germany. Ain't nothing going on in Germany.
There ain't nothing. So I get to Kuwait. All I remember is getting off the plane and seeing the brightest sun I've ever seen. I don't know which sun they got. They got a different sun in Kuwait. The sun we got is
right.
It got some shade in it or something, but there's a different sun out there in the Middle East. And so I remember that bright light on that runway, and we getting off that tarmac. And like I say, it was a little, it was probably a good 50, 60 at the time.
Okay.
Because it was probably like 3:00 in the day. So, but I didn't get there I know a lot of people get there when they feel that heat. This is different, but I got there and I just seen the sun. So
okay, but so what's the thought process during that time period? You get to Kuwait and so it's a different area. It's a different everything.
This is different.
Okay.
This is, so okay, this is what, you seen pictures of the Middle East, you heard about the Middle East, but you're like, oh, okay, this is what it is, right?
Are you doing any self-reflecting at the time now? Because you're there?
Yeah, because I volunteered because at the time I was separated. I was going through a divorce.
Okay.
I was we wasn't even divorced yet. I was separated.
You separated during time.
So it was a bunch of reflection going
there.
Like, what I'm saying? I was thinking about my family
at
the time, and I'm thinking about, I make this money, I'm what I'm gonna do with this, and how I'm gonna contribute to my family, and just this is what you wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, a lot of people in a unit, they could go their whole career without deploying. They had people in that room, but I never wanted that for myself.
Okay,
I wanted to feel like, hey, I actually did what I was trained to do.
Okay, I mean, and that's a thought process. I mean, I can't. It's just me. Hey, they serve.
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? People serve.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
and everybody has it. Because
yes,
I don't want to paint nothing like
no.
because somebody don't go to work. Like that.
Yeah. And I don't want. And they serve
because the jobs here, the jobs everywhere.
Right.
Because I'll tell you right now, I didn't volunteer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Because because I volunteered to go in.
Right.
So I was in.
Right.
So we all volunteered.
Absolutely.
So that's how I look at it. So no matter what, we all volunteered.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just the luck of the draw, the stick. Some people can go, some people can't go.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, every ticket I got to go, I wasn't happy every ticket I got. Ain't no fun to me. I wasn't happy because I know what go down. You know what I'm saying? Listen.
Right.
And I say that because every time I went, everybody come back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my thing, I wish every one of those people did not have to go.
Right.
So I would have been happy to say, hey, you didn't go.
Right.
You didn't go.
Yeah.
But they're not here anymore, man.
Yeah.
That's a serious game, bro.
No.
You feel what I'm saying? And that's why I try to get a lot of people to look at it from that perspective. Because one, I know within the military, in the army, man, it's we wear our stuff on our sleeves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which I probably didn't agree with. So if somebody went to combat, you'll know. And if somebody didn't go, you'll know. Right. And people tend to alienate people because they look at their sleeve and they say, oh, you ain't deployed, so you don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? They become that, and but at the same time, you got to look at it. These people, you know what I'm saying, they volunteered to come in. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to thank them for.
Right.
Or even the people who tried to come in,
but
they weren't qualified to come in. You know what I'm saying? So it's just varying ways to kind of look at things like that. I appreciate you volunteering too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I wish you could have found me and be like, hey, G, I'm gonna go for you.
Right.
I'd have been like, go ahead, Tristan, handle your business.
So I went and say, our deployment is 6 months.
Okay.
A little bit. You probably like 7 months. I know the Army. I had some Army cats.
You 18, 12.
Well, they do 9 now.
18, 12.
It was like 9.
Who?
So the
Who's
ones
that?
at Kuwait, the Army cats.
Oh yeah, we don't get Kuwait.
They had some Army cats.
Oh no, I know, but
yeah,
people do.
Right.
Like that.
Right. So,
you know what I'm saying?
Arab John, I met a couple people at Arab John and stuff. So, but yeah, so I did stay there till it got hot.
Okay.
And
you felt that heat.
Yeah, 130 is. I don't care what nobody say. They say, oh well, it's a dry heat. Dry heat
is heat.
My behind.
Okay.
Dry heat is hot.
Right.
And if you want to know what Kuwait feels like, turn your oven on to 130. And
turn your blow dryer on.
And
stick it up your nose.
Stick it right.
Just hold it in front of your nose.
Because if you ever felt hot air on your face, that is Kuwait. And it's one of the hottest places on earth. I think it's recorded 135, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And so it's hotter than Camel's chest hair.
Right
It's hot. And I remember the first time I ever went to we had warehouse because I'm logistics.
Yeah.
And I'm on the flight line. Yeah. So we were responsible for all the parts for the C-130s.
Yeah.
And so I had to go into a warehouse, and it was 120. I mean, it was the worst thing ever to grab a part out in a warehouse when it's 100 on a flight line when it's 120, 130.
Yeah,
it's you. I can't
But we
describe it.
But you know what? I'm sure they appreciate you grabbing that part.
Absolutely, it was part of the job
because they had to get those birds back.
Oh
up,
yeah,
they saying so,
the birds. So
and
130s is always busy. You know what I'm saying? It's always because the 130s is transportation, not only.
Yeah,
equipment.
We love them because
that's
how we got out of our cars.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They had to come over there in our cars and pick us up on those little small strips and get shot at to come down.
Oh yeah,
and get shot at to go back up.
Absolutely,
to get us back to Buren. You know what I'm saying? All the gasoline, so we can get go on mid tour.
Right, and
so we love to see them.
Absolutely. And I seen a lot of soldiers and a lot of Marines getting these C-130s, and I knew what their what their fate was on the other side of that ride.
Yeah, man. So in the development process, what did it do for you as far as going to Kuwait? How did it develop you more into becoming what Tristan is, you know what I'm saying, during that time period?
I was responsible for people.
Right.
And my motto when I was in Kuwait is I want to return you back like you came here.
Okay.
I want to return you back to your mother and your father. If
Right.
you're under me,
right,
you know, I'll go vote you.
Okay.
I want you to return back just the way you are.
Right.
Just though, you know what I'm saying?
So in a sense, you're saying that you would go harder for somebody else than yourself.
Absolutely.
Okay. Cause it's gonna come into play
right
with everything you do right now.
Right.
Okay. I'm just taking my mental notes.
Yeah,
okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you're learning this process. You know
right.
what I'm saying? You're learning this process to go harder for other people. You know what I'm saying, than yourself.
Right.
You learn that through that. Okay. So you get through Kuwait, you get back home. All right. You get back home. How were you how did you see things once you got back versus the way you seen it before you even got activated to go? How did you see things?
I appreciated things.
Oh, come on now. Say that word one more time.
I appreciated things.
Appreciated things. Ah, man. So that must have meant that you didn't really appreciate as much as you did when you got back.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Because we all do that.
And I'm finna say, everybody does.
I appreciate ice.
You appreciate cold air conditioner.
You know what I'm saying?
A hot
I didn't
shower. Not being in a dorm with 3 other dudes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It made me realize, you know, and I would never take it back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad, and like I said, not to, you know, minimize anybody else's experience, but I'm glad I went because it made me realize what a lot of people don't realize.
What is that?
Freedom is not free.
Well, some say freedom is free.
Freedom comes at a price.
That price again.
And the price
price
that you have to pay is priceless. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I like to tell people out there that are men and women every day.
Right.
They're putting their life on the line. So you can say the things that you want to say.
Right.
So you can be on that Instagram, you can be on that Facebook and say whatever you want to say. But at the end of the day, remember that there are people who are willing to give their life.
Right.
So you can have the freedoms that you have.
Right.
It's an attack on freedom every day. You don't know it because that's how good we're doing our job.
And so you took all that in, and then that continued to kind of develop you and make you who you are,
right,
and who you were, and what you got, the way you kind of view things, and it developed you, made you stronger with, you know what I'm saying, your mindset, right. Okay, so you continue to develop now as this, and so the Tristan, you know, and you got my end state with you. Well, I ain't saying in an interview, but my end state of talking about when we get to the point where we talk about the Tristan that you are now,
right?
It's inside of you growing,
right?
It's continuing to grow,
right?
You know what I'm saying? The confidence is growing, right? You know what I'm saying? The assertiveness is starting to grow,
right?
More now,
right?
The fact where before maybe you would let some people say some things to you on the outside of the base, now you're not letting that happen anymore.
Correct.
Because you have this certain confidence. Well, you had it before. It was just kind of pushed down in you when you were younger.
Right.
You know, so when did you think that you kind of became the starting part, not this part right here, but the starting part of who Tristan is right now?
So the divorce. The divorce crippled me. I lost money. I lost a best friend. I lost, somebody. I was with the woman for 18 years.
Okay. So you had an 18 piece on the book.
Right. So I was married for 12, but I was with
but what if 18? Okay.
So
18 piece.
I lost I lost everything. And so it was so bad. I had to sleep at my mom's couch.
Okay.
I'll never forget. It was a day, I get back from Kuwait.
All right.
The first conversation my mom has, she tells me she has breast cancer.
Okay. So
I'm in the midst of a divorce, and my mom tells me I have breast cancer.
Right.
All in the same breath.
Okay.
Right?
Got it.
So,
what kicked in?
Faith. I mean, I always had beliefs. So I believed that she was gonna be all right.
Right.
And so it just instincts. The thing about me is I say I'm like a cockroach. I'm a survivor.
Okay.
Like you're not I've been knocked down way too many times.
Right.
So I'm not easily knocked off the pedestal.
But you on mom's couch at this moment though.
Right.
Mom just hit you with this thing. This break.
Yeah, right. And so, she tells me, she's gonna have surgery, this and that. And so, the crazy thing about it was the day my mom had surgery, I get the divorce papers.
Okay. You get them papers. All right.
I remember the knock on the door. I get divorce papers the day my mom had surgery. So I'm devastated, right? Okay. And so I'm like,
what's more important at that moment? Really, I ain't talking about now, but at that moment, how did you really feel? What was the most important thing at that moment?
My mom at that time, because my mom, I knew she was, had my back at this time, at this point in time. So I knew that the divorce was going to work itself out. And so I knew that, it was my mom. My focus was on my mom. She done all, I know what she been through.
Okay, got it.
She went through all the struggles to get us into a better place, so I can go to a better school.
Right.
And my brothers can grow up not in the hood. And so the sacrifices, I love it. And I love it. That's what she did for me, because it helped her son develop into the man that he is today. Right. So it was my mom. So mom have surgery, whatever, she gets better.
Okay.
At the time, I'm divorced. Cripples my finances.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Most of them do.
Yeah.
Most of them do. You know what I'm saying? That's the going rate.
I'm staying at my mom's house.
Right. Survival mode.
I'm sleeping on. Yeah, I'm going to work.
Survival mode though.
I'm still going to work.
But hold up now. But you going to work, and when you walk into work, what's happening? You going in what? Shoulders, back, soldier.
Yeah. So
airman.
Airman. And so, and people didn't understand what I was going through.
Right.
So, I had issues because divorce and whatever, and so people were looking at me different. And so people was taking hits at my character, and I was like, man, all these years, and you had the audacity to say these things to me.
Now you've been 10
right
all this time, right? You're going through some things,
and I'm not as 10,
right?
Because I can't.
And they're funny,
but
and they're funny how people can look at you like that.
Right.
Like you can be doing everything right.
Right.
And when you're going through something, and it goes through what we talked about last night with Jada, it's funny when people are 10, right? Nobody ever checks on them.
Right.
I promise you. And as soon as the 10 drop down a little bit, most people won't check on them and make sure they're good.
Right.
You understand? They'll ridicule. Oh, you don't fell off.
Right.
They want to use the fall off thing right on people.
Right. So I go through this for
how long?
At least 2 years.
2 years. Okay, so you got a 2 year thing. All right.
So probably I say probably a year. Well, about a year and a half.
Okay, year and a half. So during that time, it was some kind of up and down moments, back and forth. But at the same time, you're building too.
Right.
Because you're learning to cope. You're learning to adapt. You know what I'm saying? Because you're getting stronger now.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna go past the year and a half part. I'm gonna go to the 2 year mark. Why were you at that point where you were just like, you know what? Let's go.
Divorce was over.
Uh-huh.
I was just like, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I'm free.
Right.
Let's go. Let's go. And that's when I got the moniker "Go Hard or Go Homes" from a chief. She's an E9. Okay. She gave me this moniker a while ago, knowing me. Right. And I used when I changed my Instagram name because it used to be my nickname. But when I changed it, I thought about that because that's how I live my life. Right. If I'm passionate about something, I'm going hard. I'm going to the max. I don't know any way else way to go. Now if I'm not passionate about it, then hey, it is what it is. Right. But if I feel it in my bones, if I feel it in my heart, anything I love, I'm great at. Right. And so that's why I say go hard or go home. Okay. My last name is Holmes. Right. So if I'm going to do it, why not do it to the max? Why not do it to the best of your ability? Right. What they say, do it as if you're doing it for God. Right. That's the way. If I'm in love with it, if I feel like that's my purpose or that's the way. And so I was just a lot of what I did was, and I didn't even get to this point. That a lot of when I got after the divorce, I just went into a basically as they call it, whole phase. I took my frustration out on women. Come on now. And that's being real.
Okay.
G5.
Okay. And that's what this is for. This is
so because we talk about wink and drink or whatever.
So how long did you go through that phase?
At least 2 years.
2 years. So you took a 2 to get through.
Right.
And then you had something? Oh, I thought you said something. So you did a 2 to get through.
Right.
After you got the 2 piece, you said, you know what? I'm going to hit hard in the paint. I'm changing the Instagram.
Right. So what happened was, I think it was
what year was that?
The 19.
Okay. Well, we fresh then. We fresh on the book.
So I came to my mom and I told my mom, I was like, because my mom knew. She was like, because I stayed with her. And how bad I was is I literally had a date. Every wink and drink had nothing on me.
Who?
Wink. If they had wink and drink at that time.
Who?
Wink and drink. Yeah. Wink and drink.
A wink and drink. It's 5 o'clock. It's time to leave. I dig into my pockets, pull out my car keys, grab my wallet, walk out the front door, unlock my phone, open the app store. I need a place to meet and think. Found a brand new app called Wink and Drink. Yeah, it's Wink and Drink. Hey, it's Wink and Drink.
Come on,
it's Wink and Drink. A brand new app where people meet.
Come on.
It's Wink and Drink. Hey! It's Wink and Drink. It's Wink and Drink. A brand new app where people meet. So they didn't have the app going on right at that moment.
No, so it was so bad I had 3 apps going at this time. So I had Tinder going.
You had the T going. Okay.
I had Bumble going.
I don't know what that is.
And I had another one called Hinge.
I don't know what that is. I only know Wink and Drink. That's all I know.
Right. Okay. So if Wink and Drink was, I would have been winking all over the place. Wink. It would have been wink. A wink circus.
Right. A wink out. Shoot, Henry Winkler. You know what I'm saying?
Winkle still.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me tell you, boy.
You know what I'm saying? So I was addicted to these apps, man. Right. Because I'm a man of variety. I'm a Sag, so I'm a free spirit. Okay. So it was. I had a date every day.
Ooh.
Damn near.
Ooh. All of 19. All of 19.
And 18. Hot girl summer was hot for me too.
You 18 and 19?
18 and 19. Hot girl summer was hot for me too. I love hot girl summer.
POF.
Was that? Oh no.
POF.
No, I just POF is trash.
Okay.
Ooh. I call that plenty of shit.
But so now I'm gonna take some of this 2-year piece right here. I'm gonna throw some positivity in it now.
Right.
So while you're dating every day for 2 years almost,
right,
you're learning.
Yeah.
You're learning women.
Absolutely.
You're learning different women.
Absolutely.
You're learning likes of women.
Absolutely.
You're learning dislikes of women.
Absolutely.
You're learning so much.
Right.
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 So you're building that database.
Right.
Right. You learn how to talk to women. You're learning how not to talk to women.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You learning what works with women. You're learning what fails with women.
Absolutely.
Right. So you're collecting this database now.
Right.
And you're taking the times for, as you became more confident, the military, brought some of that confidence out of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
That leadership now that you brought in as well, right?
Right.
You knew because of how you came up. You saying from the time that you probably was bullied a little bit,
right,
or not the cool guy a little bit,
right.
Well, you knew what it was to be cool, and you knew what it was not to be bullied,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that kind of honed and shaped you and made you understand how to respect people, right, how to protect people,
right,
and how to treat people.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now we get to 2020.
Right. So 2020 happens. Mm-hmm. Well, I was already, by the end of 2019, I was slowing down. Right. I was like, man, I
figured slowing down. That's why I said 20. You said 18, 19, you going hard.
Yeah. So
that's why I hit 2020.
I hit the wall. Like I was like,
because you done all the t-shirts gone.
Right.
There was no more t-shirts.
I can't keep doing this.
Right.
And so I had a conversation with my mom. I say, Mom, in 2020, I'm quitting.
Right.
I'm giving it up.
Mm.
And so she was like, oh, she was, of course she was happy, but I took it one step forward.
Right.
All the women that I felt like I done wrong.
Yeah.
I called them and told them I was in a bad space.
Right.
And I asked, I apologized that, and one woman in particular started crying.
Because you did some man stuff.
Exactly.
He did some somebody I know is saying you did some grown man stuff.
So and it made me feel terrible because at that time I was just focusing on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't understand what this carnage that I had done for 2 years, how that affected people. Because I didn't think about it. I was just
your self-awareness, that awareness you used to have back when you were young, it wasn't there anymore.
Not
during that time, but you're thinking about it now.
Because I was hurt.
But you're thinking about it right now.
Right.
What is it? Hurt people.
Hurt people. And so I was hurt. And so, like I said, I took this pain and hurt, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be the baddest. Once again, I'm gonna be the baddest it can be.
Right.
I'm gonna have as many as I, as I can go. Like, you know what I'm saying, till the wheels fall off. You know what I mean? So, and I was at, now that I look on it, I was terrible. And so, and like I said, I called them. And I apologize, and that for the most part they accept my apologies. Some of them probably blocked me. I've been blocked a few times.
Right. But the point was, you had it within yourself because you didn't have to do it. Nobody told you to do it. This is something from within inside of you that said, "Hey, no, I feel wrong, for this right here.
Right.
So I'm gonna at least do my part in it. You know what I'm saying? Whether they accept it or not. The fact that you were man enough to even, you know what I'm saying, person. I want to say that you were person enough, to even do that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And so, and like I said, I called and I was like, listen, I'm slowing down. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. And so in 2020, I didn't, and then COVID hit. So I went on a COVID mission. So I was out working a lot. So, but yeah, I completely stopped. I got, eventually I'm off the apps, and so I'm done with that life because
you were done with that particular life. Those
life.
apps. Yeah, we ain't done with we can drink.
We still on the wink and drink. But so yeah, I was done with that life. And so what happened was we get to present day time with the Clubhouse.
Who?
Clubhouse.
Okay. Wow. So this is what I want to get into right here. Now we at the meat and potatoes, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, because but before you can even do the Clubhouse, you still had to become, go hard or go home.
Go hard or go home.
So that happened before Clubhouse stuff.
Right.
Okay. So I need to know when go hard or go homes came out.
Happened. So it happened in the midst of that phase.
Okay, was it 20 or was it
20? Well, between I would say because the first year I struggled.
Okay, got it.
Because what they say, your relationship muscles is like an actual muscle. So if you haven't been in these relationship streaks, you get apathy.
Okay.
So you don't know how to maneuver in these streaks.
Oh. I thought muscle memory was a good thing.
Yeah. So you don't know how to move in these streets.
Right.
So if you have not been in a relationship in a modern day relationship, when I, you know what I'm saying, I was still courting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I was
the court game.
Right. This is before the dating in the social media area. In the area of social media time is a totally different world.
Okay, got it.
You gotta understand ghosting.
You know what? I heard that term yesterday.
You're right.
I've heard it, but I never thought about it. Even asked somebody exactly what it is. So I learned yesterday.
I was Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Come on. So did that mean that you would tell somebody you can go out with them?
No, you would. You would have a chat with them, and then the next day you would never talk to them again.
Oh, so it's on like apps and phones.
Phone, whatever. No more
so you just meet
communication.
somebody. So it's almost kind of like, hey, you know what?
This ain't working out.
But see, why wouldn't somebody tell somebody? Just tell them.
That level of maturity is not there yet.
Yeah, right.
That's what it is. Because my thing is right here. Like if somebody wanna roll up on 5Ks, you know what I'm saying? Not me, but 5Ks, right? You know. And if you're not interested, you just say, you know, hey, it was great talking to you, but you know, hey, I'm not looking at that right now.
No.
I think it's just like why would you
simple.
It's that simple. It is simple.
However,
see, Cookie,
new social media,
right?
I don't understand. Like, just say
what it is. Cookie gonna back up for the mic.
Say what it is. Say what it is. If you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it.
The thing about it, G.
Yeah.
That's how I was at the
beginning. Right at the time. No.
I didn't start ghosting at the beginning. I was not.
Oh, you was on them.
Yeah, no, I was like, hey, I'm not feeling,
okay.
But I got ghosted. And so you learn, what I'm saying, when you're in Rome, you do what the Romans do. So if you're going to be in that internet, modern day dating scene, you better learn what ghosting is, because you gonna get ghosted. Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so it was a back and forth.
No. Women ghost you. Oh, women ghost you quicker than a guy will. I would say it's a woman.
See, that's crazy. If you don't want,
I didn't have women.
Just be like, yo, don't call me.
Well,
that's the simple thing to do.
Hey, man.
Just say, don't call me.
Straight up.
Nobody's gonna die because you said, man. You know how many people in the world?
Yeah, but I can relate to what Stillwater said.
Okay.
The level of maturity. Some people can't accept that truth, and
like the person is saying, I don't want to talk to you.
If I told Tristan, hey, great conversation, I'm not feeling you. If he wasn't mature enough, mentally mature enough, then it's
he wouldn't go away.
Attack me, wouldn't go away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like verbally attacking.
And so that's why, and women do it more for safety. Like
stalkerish.
Yeah. So and so guys are persistent.
Who be stalking people though? I mean,
hey, G. Come on. I've been out here in day street. It's normal. It's crazy.
Stalking is real.
Stalking is real. Dating, man. Hey,
this ain't for no podcast. I'm really tripping right now.
No.
And not just
you telling me people really be stalking people.
Yeah, not just you, but your digital profile.
Right.
All your digital stuff.
Right.
All your Instagram.
You know what? And you're right about that, right? I'm gonna tell you about this Instagram thing, right? Because I ain't really a social media guy, because you know how the security clearance good thing go. So you don't do social media, right? So I only did social media since I've been out the military.
Amen.
And I only really do it.
Right.
But I found out, and I thought it was creepy, and I had to ask my godson, I asked my son and my daughter, you cold? Because I could see I do have it. No, I have it. I do have it blaming. But this is what I learned, right? So you can talk to somebody over here. It's just having a conversation, and they might know 3 or 4 people, right? And then these people start looking at it, because I don't pay it any attention.
Right.
I was like,
yeah.
And I would be talking. I said, well, that's weird. Who would do that? Like, why would you look at somebody's stuff and you don't say something?
Oh, it's beyond that.
You know,
they'll look at your stuff and have a whole relationship with you in their head that you don't know about.
It happened to my daughter.
They'll picture everything.
It happened to my daughter. My daughter's an influencer, right? It had people, some girls and guys, they made a whole nother thing of her.
Yeah.
You know You know what I'm saying? Like they were taking pictures and they were taking her pictures and created a whole
Another
account
profile. Yeah,
right?
Another account of the profile.
And then there's some people who had her like she had to get the cops involved because the people like were on her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the point I'm trying to make is this right here. So like one of my main accounts, right? Like I don't who puts all this stuff on social media? I think it's dumb anyway. I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you have your accounts. Of course, I gotta have this one so everybody can see. Okay. I don't care. But and even the other ones I don't care because I know what I'm put on there. I'm not really gonna put nothing on there anyway. But what I did was I found out somebody was like looking at my stuff. And I said, and I told them I thought it was weird. I said, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you know that? They're like, oh. Then I found out they looking. I'm like, yo, that's weird. Like, and so I had to ask other people. I said, hey, is that weird? Well, and I told my daughter. My daughter said, no, that's weird.
There's different algorithms. So one algorithm says if you follow this person over here,
right,
they're going to send an alert to somebody else saying you followed them. Hey, do you want to follow also? So now they seeing you, and now you're in their focus because you followed someone.
Yeah,
it's an indirect action, but you have a direct consequence.
Right. Yeah. Crazy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So when you're, like I say, when you're in the modern online dating space, you have to protect yourself.
I know. Listen, it ain't about dating.
I came in at the.
Yeah.
It ain't about dating.
Yeah.
You just gotta protect you gotta protect yourself.
So I would never. It never come to my house.
Right.
I only had certain. It's some certain individuals came to my house, but for the most part, I would be at their house or meet somewhere else. But because it, like you say, stalking is real.
Listen,
stalking is real.
Listen, y'all better get y'all stalk game together. I'm telling you, man. People stalking, but people are crazy. Don't have sense. But and I do think that you don't probably invite people to your place or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Unless you feel good about it or the type of person they are. You know what I'm saying? Because meet people somewhere. It's that simple. Because when you don't know how people behave to get around you in your space and stuff like that. And then probably these people, they make it bad for just regular people.
Right.
Yeah.
You can just be cool. And it's like, yo, are you like this? Like, huh?
Right.
Like who? And I get offended. I'm like, huh? You think, man, you really think you that? Like, come on, man, please.
They come in your spot, they look at what you got, they judging you, they're comparing, then they get jealous, and then they got an issue you never even knew about.
Right.
They stuck over there because they was jealous, and you didn't do anything wrong except for be humble and allow them to come in your space.
Yeah.
Right.
Gee, I didn't want anybody in my bushes.
Well, but I understand that because I think you should control the access too.
Can I ask you a question, Tristan?
Absolutely.
How did you determine going to another person's house, like a woman's
house? You got to stay up on the mic.
Did you feel safe when you went to?
Me being in the military for 20 years, you get some survival skills, right? So situations, it was some dicey situations because some of them had boyfriends or whatever the situation. So I just had to maneuver it certain type of ways, and I almost got put in and that's another reason I had to slow down, because I almost got put in a situation where her boyfriend was looking for me.
So you took that S off your chest.
Yeah. So and either was going to go bad for me or was going to go bad for him.
Right.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it went bad for you, no matter what.
Right.
Yeah.
Career wise.
Right. So yeah. So I had to say, man, what am I doing? You know what I mean? Why am I putting my career and my livelihood and whatever else situation that goes with what I'm doing on the line?
Yeah.
And I was like, this is not worth it. You know what I mean? You had your fun, Tristan, like end it. Just stop. You know what I mean? Just stop doing what you
got. All the t-shirts you need.
Yeah, right.
T-shirt, the drawer is full.
Yeah. It's and the reason why I tell this story, because this is true. I know a lot of people like, hey man, this is crazy, but
it's transparency.
But this is my journey. This is what I had to go through, because this I tell this because other people go through this.
Right.
So other people has probably been in my situation. Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you like this: you think it's fun and games,
right? And
you think I thought the S was on my chest.
Yeah.
I was go hard, go home.
Yes,
I was the man. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't you. It wasn't. It was. I had got my game so tight. It was like it was no woman I couldn't approach that I couldn't get. And you know what I mean? I was gonna be successful.
Right.
It was. I used to have a saying when I went out on a date. I was like, I say I went on so many dates. I say I don't have bad dates.
Right.
I was so skilled
at it. You was 100.
Yeah, I was so skilled at dating.
Not lucky, skilled.
Skilled, right? Because you hone in on your skill.
Yes, sir.
For people out there, dating is a skill.
Amen.
That's why I said if you don't date, you get apathy. You know what I'm saying? If you don't use any muscle, you lose. So dating is a skill. You know what I'm saying? So when people say, "Oh, dating's hard," that's because you don't work at it.
Right.
If you don't work at it, anything you do, you put in hours, you're gonna be good at. And it's the same thing with dating. If it's a lot of you could tell people who haven't, I went on dates with women, that was their first date.
Really? Okay.
In a long time. And to be honest with you, I could, from me dating and being I'm very charismatic, very funny. I could make the woman feel comfortable on a date.
Yeah.
I had a situation where a woman asked me on a date. I went on a date with a woman, and this was her. She had got divorced or whatever, but this was her first date, and she wanted to bring her sisters to the date.
So she felt comfortable.
Right. So I said, I'm so skilled. I'm like, this is no problem.
Security blanket.
Right. And her sisters came to the date. I made everybody feel comfortable because I was skilled at dating.
Then you made them laugh.
Right. They love me.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's why I say it's a lot of people have trouble dating because they don't believe it's a skill, but it's interpersonal relationship. What I learned, yes. I regret what I did? But what I learned was I understood I had influence over people.
So it was learning the powers of good and evil,
right?
And choosing which way to use it,
right? And at that time I was using it for evil, but I understood I can make a woman feel a certain type of way by what I say, how I move, how I dress, how I smell, whatever the situation. Everything I did, I took my military skills and I applied it to dating.
Okay.
And it was hella successful.
Right.
Because it was calculated. She was attacked before she even knew that I was attacking her. Right. She had already lost.
All science.
Right. She had already lost.
Right.
Once she got out the car, she lost.
Right.
Because she used to a guy not just going on a date, not thinking.
Right.
I was 2 steps ahead of her before she even got out the car.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you were just being respectful?
I was always.
No. Think about it. Do you think all you was doing was just being respectful
at that time? Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Because
this is what I'm saying.
Right.
Think about what you think. Just think about what I'm saying. Right. Do you think all you were doing was being respectful?
That's a good question.
Because everything you just told me, all you were doing?
What?
You were being respectful.
Right.
You were going against what you felt was the normal was at one time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And everything you did was you respectful. So let me ask you these questions. Did you open doors?
Absolutely.
Okay. Did you make sure you were clean when you came around her?
Absolutely.
Did you make her feel uncomfortable?
I made her feel comfortable.
You made her feel comfortable. If she had friends with her, did you make them feel comfortable?
Absolutely.
Did you have great conversation for them?
Absolutely.
So, I mean, just in essence, the way I'm looking at it is I feel you were just being respectful.
Absolutely.
Now, at this time, because you grew up.
Right.
And you're becoming a man at this time.
Correct.
Because those characteristics and traits that you all said right there.
Right.
Those are the things that I've seen over my time that women appreciate, you know what I'm saying, and look for in a man, or what some woman would want her daughter to have.
Right.
So it was just maybe a growing. So you said I took all the things I learned from the military.
Right.
Right. I don't think they taught you too much bad stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm just going by what you're saying now. You took all the things they taught you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you applied it. I don't think you used it against them.
No.
I think you just applied it.
Right.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And it was very respectful. It was very honorable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was just being a great gentleman.
Right. And so to piggyback off your point, absolutely. That was my goal, to be the ultimate gentleman.
The ultimate gentleman.
So when you went on a date with me, you got the ultimate gentleman.
Right.
So you got to Like you get the 5G experience, you got the Holmes experience.
Right.
It was gonna be an experience. We was gonna go to a nice restaurant. It was, you know what I'm saying? I'm a foodie.
Right.
So when we get Moxie's the other day, that was one of my spots. You used to could catch me in Moxie's every weekend.
Right.
I had a few spots, you know what I'm saying? Basu, shout out to these, you know, Moxie's, you know, Taste Bar.
Doing it big.
Right. So yes, it was expensive. Somebody said it was hella expensive. But the fact of the matter is, I was like, man, I spent a lot of money. But the thing was,
you paid for those lessons.
Absolutely.
So you were paying back all that stuff you did before. You had to pay. No, you just had to pay for it.
It was expensive, and it was. But the thing about it was, I wasn't thinking about it as the money.
Right.
See, how I think of things is, I will pay for the experience.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Experiences are priceless.
Right.
So I always think about how, you know, what experience am I gonna get out of this?
Right.
True. It wasn't necessarily about the women at that time. It was more about, hey, this is the restaurant I want to go. This is a new spot.
Right.
I'm going here.
Oh, I mean, you were still data collecting.
Right.
You were still data collecting.
Right.
You know
and they enjoyed it because it was, you know, wow. You know what I'm saying? This dude, you know, he's known. Right. He was known. Like at that point, I was known.
So now in this process of this quest that you were doing,
right,
you were taking them to nice restaurants.
Absolutely.
You're going to different ones, right?
Absolutely.
So you were getting all this knowledge.
Right.
Data collecting.
Correct.
Okay. Having great conversations, you know what I'm saying? Listening and hearing what the women were enjoying about what you were doing.
Right.
And so now you have all this data.
Right.
And so now Get Hard to Go Home is really coming into himself.
Absolutely.
He's starting to come into himself.
Absolutely.
To apply things for the right principles, for the right ways, right?
Right.
You know, and so now bring me to the point where any part of Good Morning Houston, Hello Houston, when any of this comes apart and starts to formulate.
So join one of these apps, I met this woman. She told me about Hello Houston.
Okay.
I mean, she told me about Clubhouse, right?
Clubhouse, okay, got it.
So, but she was like, you know, my name gonna be tied to you. So Tristan, don't use this. Use the app for good, right?
Use it for good, not evil.
So yeah, because she know me. She was like, Tristan, use this app for good.
Right, for good. Okay. Got it.
And I started out, you know, I got in a couple rooms and, you know, at first I was like, you know, she was like, this is going to be the wave.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, it looked like chat rooms.
Right.
Like, I really wasn't a big chat room person back when chat rooms was popping. Yeah. I was like, this how's this going to be the wave?
Right.
So I met a few friends. I had a few rooms, and at first I was doing just straight comedy. Like we was trolling people. We had a room where we told people we made tens of dollars on Facebook. On MySpace. My bad. We told people and they believed us. Right. And so you
was already using it for evil.
Right. And so I told her what I was doing, and she was upset. She was I'm like, should be. Yeah, right. She was like, Tristan.
Cause you grown.
Right.
Cause you grown man at this time.
Right. So she like, Tristan, this is what you use the platform for. And so it changed one day when I was in a room with some lawyers. I was my ex was a lawyer. Okay. So I know, I was through law school, so I know a little bit about law. So I was in there with some lawyers, and I happened to hear this little Southern accent, young lady named Andy. Just ask Andy.
Okay, got it.
And we hit it off. Start talking and vibing, and I was like, "Oh, okay." You know, she was talking. You know, she was just Andy at that point. She wasn't. I didn't know about her credit restoration, and
she was just a female named Andy.
To me, right. And so the next, I think this was at 4:00 in the morning. This how, you know what I'm saying?
How long ago? Give me the time frame.
This might have been like 6 weeks ago.
Okay, 6 weeks.
And so she the next morning she had a room call. It was Good Morning Houston.
Okay, Good Morning Houston. Got it.
And I go into the room. I don't know why I'm up because I was at this time I had found my Clubhouse. I was on Clubhouse, just
still doing MySpace.
Right. So she invites me to the room and she says the words that I think will ever for change my life. She said, "What's that? Would you like to moderate?"
Okay.
And I was like, for sure. Because I had moderated other rooms.
Right.
And I go into the room and we start moderate, right? I had never been in this room, G. And so I start, she give her introduction. It's just ask Andy. I do personal credit, business credit. We know her whole spiel by heart.
Right.
And so I'm like, this woman's amazing.
Okay.
Like, what I'm saying? What she doing is, I'm like, wow, okay, there's something to her.
Okay.
And so she go and we do the room goes, go good. And at this time, I've been in the military the whole time. I can say I didn't have that entrepreneur spirit.
Okay.
I hadn't been around anybody like
that. So because you using all your powers for, saying
right.
getting nice restaurants.
Right. I had
running that game.
Run the game, right.
Okay.
Right. So I hadn't been around people like this in this room.
With the mindset of
with
business,
the mindset,
entrepreneur
with the
spirit.
Business.
Right.
And so I meet a guy, I hear a guy and so we kept doing the room. And another moment that changed for me was I meet Marcus Bowers.
Okay, who's that? We don't know.
He has She's Happy At. He turned.
Who? I just seen it the other day.
Yeah,
it was like a salon type thing.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Right.
Y'all see that thing?
Yeah.
Man, that's real.
Yeah. So Marcus turned 800 to 80 million.
Right.
But he said something that forever changed me, and he probably doesn't even know this. He said he's a comedian. Okay. Right. I've always been a funny guy. Right. But a lot of times I'm just funny all the time. Right.
You don't think about it in that
way.
Right.
He said something that changed. He said, I stopped going for the funny and started going for the money.
Mm-hmm.
It clicked. I said, you know what? If this man can make that a comedian, what I'm saying? He got the comedian on the back burner.
Right.
And he can say that. Right. It was a moment in time that I was like, you know what, Tristan? If you stop going for the funny and go for the money, what can you do? Because you've been funny all your life. Where has it got you? How about go for the money?
Right.
So it was a mindset shift. And this is in at the time, Good Morning Houston room. Okay. And so we did it every day. We was doing it every day. I was showing up. It got we had a meeting. It was a meet and greet on a Tuesday. Me and Andy was in a spot, and we was in this spot in Third Ward called Spot.
Okay, Spot. I know what it is.
And Andy smoking hookah. I'm sitting there. We're talking about Good Morning Houston, and she looked at me and she said, "Tristan, you gonna do this?" And I said, "Yeah." And she was like, "Don't play." And I was like, she didn't know me at the time. Right. I was like, I'm not playing. You know what I'm saying? You gave this platform that you put me on, has gave me a purpose, has gave me a beat. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you've been waiting on something all your life and it finally hits and you like, this is my opportunity. This is where I needed to be. You know what I'm saying? You in the right place in the right. I tell people I don't believe in coincidence. Right. God put you in places that you need to be. Ooh. And where you need to be. Where you need to be, and it's up to you to make those opportunities the best opportunities you can. Right. And so when I met her in the room, I felt like it was an opportunity. And so I immediately I immediately told Miss Anita. Right. She was a mentor of me in the Air Force. Okay. And I said,
We talking about Anita Blue. That's what we talking about. We don't talk about Anita Blue out here.
Anita Blue. Anita Blue.
We talking about Anita Blue. Best selling offer right here. You know what I'm saying? Right, don't play with it.
I call her up and I tell her, I say, Anita, Clubhouse is the wave. I said, Clubhouse, you need to get on Clubhouse.
Got to get on it. Don't play with it.
The networking in this, what you can do in here is endless.
True.
It could change your life. Anita was like, she was like, okay. And so she gets on Clubhouse. She meets Andy too.
Right.
We end up going 50-15 one day, and she meets her, and we all hit it off.
Okay.
And so, fast forward to when we changed it, some politics happened or whatever.
Okay.
We don't want to get
won't
into
put that out here.
So,
don't give it no life.
But we end up, me and Andy coming up with what
concept,
we're gonna
what you gonna do,
what we gonna name. We didn't even know what we was gonna do with it.
Right.
We changed it to Hello Houston. We said
so
she was like, Tristan, make the dates, put the titles for the whole month of February.
Okay,
right?
got it.
This is how we work, right? Put the titles for the whole month of February. We going every day. Connection after connection after connection after connection after connection. Blue, boom. She retires. She has a retirement party. G5 gets her out to the 5K.
Right.
We like Anita. She was like, hey, I want to go by myself. Andy was like, I'm gonna go.
Right.
The only reason I didn't go because I was quarantined.
Right.
I would have been here too.
Right.
So she goes. When Andy comes, and then Anita gets her turn.
Right.
I was like, I missed that first time, but I'm coming that second time. And I came that second time, and we spoke, and Ms. Anita tells a story about a book.
Right.
Retirement. We go to a retirement party. She become bestseller.
Right.
At that moment, I said, this is different.
Right.
Hello Houston is different.
Mm-hmm.
Hello Houston is changing people's lives. And it's no longer small. I never thought it was going to be small.
Right.
I met G5. I said, G, when I seen what you was doing, I was like, this is different.
Right.
It's nothing like this. It's unique. G5, you're going to be big. And I was right. It haven't got to the way it's going to get, but I already knew.
Right.
I felt it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing what I felt with Hello Houston. I felt it immediately. Then we get in the room, we come with topics.
Right.
We start helping people. I start
connecting.
Every Tuesday, we started meeting people. And some days I didn't want to go out. Tuesdays, I'm like, oh man. But Andy held me accountable, and she like, well, Tristan, where we going? What? And I'll be like, oh,
held you accountable.
We hold each other accountable.
Right.
Like she says, sometimes she don't want to get up in the morning. But we start going to places every Tuesday, and I start meeting great people. I meet a couple, the Black Book Houston. I'm like, man, this is an amazing couple. I meet TJ. TJ's amazing. I meet Cookie. I meet Joni. First person I met. It was amazing. You probably Cookie. Joni was one of the first people I met.
Right.
Joni brought me and Andy Candle. She was the first person to give us a gift, give us her product. And it was amazing.
Right.
That's why her product will forever be, you know what I'm saying? Her product was packaged amazing.
Right.
Her presentation was amazing. Everything about her product was professional.
Wonderful. Right.
Professional.
Right.
So it made me, like I said, go hard or go home. I'm going hard for her because I'm like, this product is amazing.
Right.
I'm going hard.
Right.
G5 got a podcast. I'm going hard.
Right.
Because his product is amazing. Cookie, her product's amazing.
You know,
her cookies. She brought me cookies.
The sweet potatoes might have jump on sweet potatoes now. You know, I like macadamia nut too.
And Yeah, her product is awesome. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going. The thing about me and Andy is, and she'll tell you, we will promote you till the wheels fall off, but we will never, I'd ever put our name on anything we don't think is worth putting our name on. Because our name means something in the street. Hey. Her name means something. My name should.
Hey, I hit them streets.
Because the only thing you got is your reputation.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And so if I'm gonna put my reputation on the line, your product has to be tip top shape and don't be half stepping. You know what I'm saying? So if you bring a product to me or Andy, you better not be half stepping. You better have your packaging right. You better have, your paperwork right. Because when you come to us, be ready. Because we ready. We ready in Hello Houston. And so that's the purpose of the room.
And why you have that fire like that though?
Huh?
Why do you have that fire like that?
Because it was my why. So a mentor told me, he said, there's two big events happening in your life.
Mm-hmm.
He said, when you're born and why you born.
Right.
I am born to connect people. I am born to be on this microphone. I am born to influence people.
Right.
This is why it's so easy for me. This is why it flows like this.
Right.
Because this is my why. This is my purpose. Right. This is not a job. I can do this all day, all night. I can talk all day, all night.
Right.
Because it's my why. So when I see somebody else walking their why, we walking together.
Right.
And I can help you get to where you need to be.
I'm
all for it.
Let me ask you just right here. Because now we're in the room that you're in now.
Right.
And so you're gonna see a lot of things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And people are gonna come in with a different mindset, an agenda.
Absolutely.
Because they can understand your connection.
Right.
And as you say, Hello Houston is becoming a big name, a big thing.
Absolutely.
Okay. And we know people love to associate themselves with big things.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And they want to think or feel they can get in. Hey, let me get Tristan to put his name on this. Let me get him to do this right here. Yeah. Because if I do that, then of course my sales will go up.
Right.
I can get them to talk about going to different places.
Right.
And I can possibly get them to come here.
Right.
And that's all about this word that starts with the I that I love.
What's that?
Because it's not a power.
Right.
It ain't because of money.
Right.
It's because of influence.
Influence. Absolutely.
Influence is the thing.
It's
that
absolutely
you have.
Yeah.
That's the thing out of all the things you went through.
Right.
If you look at it, okay, once again, I told you I'm going to keep rewinding this tape.
Okay.
As you were learning from that young man, you know what I'm saying, that was down in 3rd Ward, right? You were looking, self-awareness was teaching you things.
Right.
You went out to Grandma in Beaumont, right? You went up to Fort Worth for Pops.
Right.
Okay, you came back down here. You were not in the same scenario you were in when you first down here in Houston, okay? You were in a better environment.
Right.
You learned some things. You went into the military. You go through the process that everybody goes through. Everybody goes through the heartaches because they're trying to mold you.
Right.
But you're in an environment now where you can really kind of learn.
Right.
You learn some skills. Life happens a little bit. You go through your divorce. You go through that growth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a loss. It was just a growth.
Right.
You grew through that moment. You learned certain skills. You use those skills to kind of help you. You chose to use them in a bad way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You probably hurt some people.
Yeah.
You were hurting yourself and all this stuff like that. But then you came to realization that, hey, you know what? This was a bad idea.
Right.
Let me go back and be a man and be honorable and kind of get some things right.
Right.
Okay. And then after you learn this, and I say this because I've watched your eyes the whole time you've been talking.
Yeah.
And I looked at you the whole time you was talking about when you was a kid, the time you were going through your stuff. And then when we got to the Tristan, I told you, I wanted to know the guy before.
Right.
I said, up to the point where we get to the Tristan now.
Right.
Your whole demeanor changed, Tristan.
Right.
Everything about you changed when you started talking. Your eyes opened up more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your cheeks came up a little more.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like really, you really were like, hey, this is what I'm walking in my why. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you really went in because I see all that development. You know what I'm saying? It was just, the construction sign was up the whole time. That's what was going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it built this who you are now. And it makes you, so all the things you learned about grasping onto as far as camaraderie, you did that with Andy. Right. And then so with the group, with Anita, saying y'all guard that room.
Right.
In the right manner, in the sense of not about y'all, because you think about the influence that y'all have.
Right.
And that is the main thing, man.
Right.
Influence.
Right.
Y'all not paying nobody. Y'all don't have no power over anybody. But you have the thing that's worth more than anything. Y'all have the influence that people look to.
Absolutely.
And people are drawn to influence, whether they like you or not. Influence is the thing.
Right.
And you have it.
Yeah.
And that's why, like I referred to him, I would say he's like the Houston Paris Hilton. I don't care if you like Paris Hilton. I don't care if you think she was silly. I don't care if you think she was stupid. But guess what? Nobody had more influence than that girl. Her influence game was strong. You feel what I'm saying? Yep. And so to even definitely. And so to even be compared, or me to say that, I want you to know that it's a compliment, bro.
Yeah.
That's a compliment. I'm telling you, because that's the thing I would tell anybody to talk to me. They know it ain't about power. It ain't about money. It's about influence. And your name is what gives you influence. Nothing else. And
Amen.
that's something I want to give you on that piece right there. You understand that.
Right.
Your name is what gives you influence, not your mouth, not what your brother did, not what your daddy, not that your drug dealer uncle, not that who is the big man in your city. That's not influence, bro.
No.
Your name is what gives you influence. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you have a name, the fact that Anita has a name, the fact that Andy has a name, the fact that Hello Houston has a name, there is an influence within that group. There's an influence with the three members, you know what I'm saying, that run that group, and y'all run it off of your influence, which I love so much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a big thing, bro.
Nah, it's like I said, it's when I talk about Hello Houston, I do light up because it's something that changed me. It's something that I was looking for. And it's ability that I already knew I possessed.
Right.
I just was looking for the platform to display it. And when I displayed it and people react to it, and I would get DMs, I love your energy.
Right.
I love the way, your energy, your coffee in the morning. And these are people who are successful.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? And I told people our room at the beginning, it was small.
Right.
But it was powerful.
Right.
It's not about the numbers. It's who you had in the room. It was the quality of folks that we had in the room that was so powerful to me. I was like, I'm standing amongst these super successful people, and I'm holding my own.
Right.
And this is where I need to be.
Right.
Iron sharpens iron, steel sharpens steel. You know what I'm saying? It's your network is your network
all day.
My network has changed in 6 weeks.
Right.
With Hello Houston. I know so many people because of one platform. You know what I mean? It's I can't even describe it. So when I tell people, hey, sign in, even if you don't own a business, if you looking for inspiration, if you looking for like-minded individuals, we got Hugo come, John, we got G5, we got KT 1409, we got Andy, we got Joni, we have Anita, we have a Janelle, amazing people in that room. Marcus, you know what I'm saying? Larry, it's super ultra TJ who's coming on tomorrow.
Right. Powerhouse tomorrow.
Powerful people. And they're in the room to hear me or hear Andy or hear Anita.
Right.
That fires me up every morning.
And
that tells me, hey, Tristan, you're in the right place.
It should.
The fact that you don't know how happy I am to see Cookie here selling cookies. I want her to sell out.
Listen,
I want her to say, Tristan, I can't take any more orders.
Right.
Because of your influence.
Look, my oven broke out.
Right.
I got to go buy a bigger oven.
When Joni said she sold out,
yeah,
that almost brought tears to my eyes. Because that not saying I was the one who built her candles, but Hello Houston influenced her, her candle business.
It was a part of the process, bro. It was part of the process. You gotta get up on the mic now. You like to run away from the mic.
I know. So one day I'm off work on a furlough right now.
Right. And
it was basically me who wanted to be off due to I guess a negative environment working.
Okay. Right.
So I was sitting at home and I'm just like, I have to do something with this business.
Okay.
Like I don't like posting on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You have to.
Right.
You have to, utilize these platforms, but I'm just like, this is just not, I have to do something different. I don't know how to get from here from A to B.
Absolutely.
Right. And so I read something about Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Right.
What the hell is Clubhouse?
Mm-hmm.
And I went on, did the app, downloaded it, and realized someone have to, they have to bring you in.
Can't just get in the street now. Can't just get in the streets now.
So my about an hour later, my Aflac rep, she let me in.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm on it all night. The next day, I'm telling him, I'm like, look, you have to get on this app.
Right.
Get on this app. So Larry Brooks,
yeah,
I seen that he was in Hello Houston.
Right.
So I was like, okay, if Larry's in here, let me get in here.
Okay.
I've been on Hello Houston every morning since.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
So
but what made you stay? Because people will hop through rooms from what I hear.
People in that room, they're genuine.
Okay.
You can actually have a voice in that room. I've been in rooms where, you get gems, but you're in the audience, they mute you. You can't talk, you can't share, you can't contribute. But in this Hello Houston, you really do feel like family.
You can contribute.
Okay,
not a lecture like college, right?
Exactly. You get gems, you meet great people. This is no coincidence. I have my friends, I have my circle.
Right.
I don't really go out and meet new people.
Right.
Now it's like I have this extended family. And it's something that he and I are doing together. Like we enjoy Clubhouse together. So I love it. I love it. I love the energy in the group. You're the one who had the energy that I'm like, this guy is always lit. And your brother.
Yeah, my brother.
He's the same way.
Right.
But yeah, and Andy, I told her she's very sharp. Like I've told several.
Right.
So I'm not going anywhere. I love Hello Houston. I've referred or pinged in a lot of people who haven't joined in, but eventually they will. But yeah, it's a very great platform, and I can't wait for y'all to get your own. Is it Clubhouse
TV show?
Yeah, the Clubhouse. Well,
are they hot as the app? Are they hot as that app? Are they hot as that app?
Oh yeah.
Wink
is right here.
Oh, as an app. Wink and drink.
What? Oh, they hot as the app.
Yeah, what?
Wink and drink. What? A wink and drink. What? A wink and drink. What? Hello, G. It's 5 o'clock. It's time to leave. I dig into my pockets, pull out my car keys.
Hey.
Grab my wallet, walk out the front door.
Hey.
Unlock my phone, open the app store.
Hey.
I need a place to meet and think. Found a brand new app called
Wink and Drink.
Yeah. It's Wink and Drink. Hey. It's Wink and Drink. Come on. It's Wink and Drink. A brand new app where people meet.
Hey.
It's Wink and Drink.
Hey.
It's Wink and Drink.
Hey.
It's Wink and Drink. A brand new app where people meet.
Shout out to Wink and Dream.
Pamela,
Yes,
baby.
Shout out to
Yes,
Wink
sir.
and Dream.
Shout out to Pamela all day, every day.
Yeah, shout out to
Hey,
Pamela.
if y'all don't follow Pamela, something wrong with you right there. If you want to get entertainment, if you want to get entertainment, if you want to get realness, you want to get raw, you want to know what it is, the real numbers, the real game. You know what I'm saying? To understand. She had a great post. I think it was today or yesterday, and she was it was talking about how like males are hating on, you know what I'm saying, female truckers that's out here making things. I mean, go by and check that out and just listen to that piece right there. Because I'm telling you, she be putting some stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? And she keeps it real.
How can you hate from the outside of the club? You can't even get in.
You know what I'm saying?
Why hate?
And her TikTok game is strong too. So
why hate? You know what I'm saying?
What you gotta do? That's my boo right there. Hey, listen. I tell everybody that's my. You know, people have an IG crush.
That's your.
I only have one, and it's her.
It's her.
And she hit me back. She's like, all these people on IG. You say me? I said, yeah. And this is what it is. She's real.
Yep.
She's transparent.
Right.
And she keeps it gangster.
Yeah, well, you gotta follow.
That's what you want.
Hey, come on now. You gotta follow for me
that's
now.
What
you know what I'm saying?
If you ain't
go
hard
or go home.
If you ain't following Pamela, you got a problem.
If you do it. You know what I'm saying?
She hustle and work hard.
Was it? Oh, she does.
Yeah,
she don't play, man.
All day, every day.
All day, every day. And she be out there. She be out there driving.
Man, shout out to Jay Rich too. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, you already
Jay Rich. You know what I'm saying?
Please,
shout out to the women who are
permanent party. That's permanent party.
Shout out to the women who are doing big things in trucking.
It's time for a Jay Rich 3.0 too.
Yeah, Jay Rich is big time.
That's
Queen.
That's my girl.
Yeah, shout out to Jay Rich.
That's what we do. But it's what it is. It's a circle of people who you know, really act on the same things. You know what I'm saying? You know, as we talked about it earlier, you know, and I think that's what they do over here, you know what I'm saying, in this room. And I'm not a social media guy, so I only go to one room, and that's this one. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting and they hold me accountable, but not because of anything they said to me. It's because of their influence.
Yeah.
It holds me accountable to make sure that I don't oversleep, you know what I'm saying, if I stay here late or something like that. And I'm like, oh, shoot, let me look at you know what I'm saying, let me go ahead and get in there. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't gotten there yet.
Even if I'm hopping in the shower, I was like, I get in there and I like, oh, hope they don't say that to me real quick because I'm hopping in the shower, but I'm sitting here listening. You know what I'm saying? But it's not because of money. It ain't because they have no power over me. It's because their influence, you know what I'm saying, is so dynamic.
Right.
And as I watch people, their influence makes me. I'm looking in the room. I'm looking at people coming in. I'm like a little pit bull because I'm looking at them like, what you in here for? I try to pick no. Pick them again. No. Now if I had the power,
I'd make them.
I'll give them a 2-day minimum. I done told Andy. She, you know what I'm saying? Andy be getting soft on.
Man,
I got a 2-day minimum.
We don't want to.
You know, I know.
We trying to get the numbers.
You got that comedy club
2-drink minimum.
Yeah, we don't want to run. We trying to get new people in there.
Because I be trying to get to the main point of this problem. You know what I'm saying? My thing is like this.
But
because I'm saying, and I in no way I would say go by what I say. You know what I'm saying? Sure. I'm just saying, you know, it's a funny thing that I just kind of do to them, just to kind of let them know, because one, we got to get hot on stuff. So I got to get hot on Cookie's business. I get hot on her cookies. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to be dealing with people who just keep trying to get the menu.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They write the menu down. That's what they're doing, writing the menu down. And then all of a sudden you look down the street, here go hello you know, Montana Street.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Oh, we rocking Montana Street. We going to the spot. We got Tristan Jr. over here. We got just ass Angel. You know what I'm saying?
Swagger jackers. You know that's what I call them. Swagger jackers.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gonna have all that best right there. No, we can't have the invitation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what happens.
And what I see for them and what they're doing, it's gonna be so huge because I'll be seeing stuff just like crazy, right? I'm the person that looks beyond the clouds, right? I look
that's the wisdom,
and I just be like laughing. I just be smiling. You know what I'm saying?
You can see things form before they happen.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
it's so beautiful.
Yeah,
it's so beautiful, man. You just be like, yo, this gonna be some good stuff right here,
right?
You know what I'm saying? They just don't even know it. They don't even see it, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, because like you say, exactly the way I feel, because it's just like you can see it. Like you know, if you was in the room when you know, you was in that garage when Apple first started.
Come on now.
You know, so if you was in there with Steve Jobs when,
come on,
you know
now.
what I'm saying? If you was in there with you know, when Microsoft first started, Gates.
Yeah.
You was in that you
in the dorm room with
dorm
your boy.
Dorm room.
Well, actually, this is what's happening now.
Right.
Oh, trust me,
right.
we know.
Right. We know.
We already know.
Yeah.
Right.
We're gonna look at this.
Right.
Listen, you better,
listen. Right.
Hey, I said it this morning. I had looked up at the TV on the wall, right, and it just came to my head, and I was seeing, you know how you can have the, you know, you turn the search on, and you can see the different shows or whatever.
Yeah.
And so one of my shows was, you know, it had other ones from different, you know, things. And I looked at it, and it hit me. He said, "Boy, you the next Breakfast Club."
Wow, look at that.
But this is the funny thing.
Yeah.
I told you. What did I tell you I do this for?
For the people.
Just for the people.
Just for the people. Yeah.
Not even for that, because this ain't my main thing. This is just something I have fun with. But at the same time, like I say, this is nothing I was intending to do. It was just something that I was told I was going to do it.
Syndication.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to follow that. I'm talking about just the podcast part.
Yeah.
Me helping people, that's my purpose. I learned my purpose already, and I do that. But to do it in a podcast format, you know what I'm saying? And I tell you, so many things have happened since the start of this thing. You know what I'm saying? It's been crazy.
Right.
Period. Before anything, like from the day one when I did it, you know, it was just other things just happened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you know, it was just, and I'm really one of those independent cats. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of like, you know, like tired of myself and just kind of,
I got you.
Kind of just let me. I think about it, but I already know, and I don't want to burden people with different things. And I'm one of the people I can wait.
Right.
I can sit on pause. I can sit in the same spot. You know what I'm saying, for a couple of days. I could really sit in that corner in that room for a couple of days.
Waiting for things to fall in place.
It ain't gonna bother me.
Waiting for things to fall in place.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know,
watching is a timing thing.
That's it. It's
a timing thing.
Everything is timing.
Absolutely.
So the beauty of that room to me is everyone is on not necessarily the same page, but we're all on parallels.
Right.
We all going to the same place. We all have the same desires, and we're pushing those through, and we're supporting each other to make sure that we get there.
Right.
And like you said, they're keeping you accountable. You need that some days.
You have to have it.
You just have to have it no matter what.
Every day. Were you in the military before?
No, I have not been in the military. No.
But your mindset is of that.
Yes.
Because the accountability, you know what I'm saying? You know, because that's the biggest thing. And that's one of the things I've seen that you learn.
Right.
You learn accountability.
Right.
And that can be for others and your own actions.
Right.
And probably more your own actions.
Absolutely.
Because we have to internally hold ourselves accountable.
Right.
Because it's easy to hold other people accountable, right?
Sure.
But not ourselves.
Right.
And even what you're doing here right now, there's so many parallels you can run to on that. So you're here on YouTube.
Right.
You might go Apple. You might go KTSU. You might go 97.9.
Right.
It's all parallels from where you are right now.
Right.
There's direct paths to all those different angles. You just never know which one's going to come up.
Right. And you got to be receptive to what happens.
Yeah.
You know
and you got to be ready.
And the funny thing that you say we're on the same parallels, because I see things for G5 just as though he see things for me.
Right.
So he see things in Hello for Houston, and I tell him, I call him, I'm like, G, that's going to be big. I see those things just as clearly in the day when you know, conversation we didn't have, and I'm like, G, it's gonna be huge here, and you come back like, it was. I told you, it's not even a question. It's not even like you say. It's timing. It's like, you know, when all the pieces of the puzzle just came together at one time, and it's not a coincidence. That's when greatness happened. That's when you know what I'm saying, the shift changed. That's when, you know, Hello Houston could change, you know, business in the Houston market. Not just in the Houston market, but I've been into other cities, you know, Good Morning Dallas. Nobody on Clubhouse is doing what Hello Houston is doing. And you know says the best. Andy said the best. You can get somebody, but it ain't gonna be Andy.
Right. Well, let me tell you this right here, and this is what I know. You can have all these rooms, right, that's going on and stuff like that, and a lot of people are only doing it because they can't go anywhere.
Sure,
you know what I'm saying, in other markets and stuff like that, right? And as soon as everything opens up, guess what's going to happen?
They're gone.
They're gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So people are documenting and taking certain things. They're going to take it away from them. But the one thing that's different, you know what I'm saying, I don't know if people think about it with your group. People actually communicate and they actually meet.
Absolutely.
See, that's the difference. See, people can't hide behind the avatar.
That's pure growth.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're taking the stance and saying, you know what? No, I'm gonna go meet them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see them, so I can see if they're genuine or not.
The ultimate test,
right?
Yeah.
Because the avatar, it says nothing. A person can put on that profile what they want to put on the profile. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I can make it look glossy. We know that from the military.
Like resume.
Yeah. You see the awards were written.
Yeah.
For them jokers that didn't deserve the award, but it looked like
I was assistant to a 12 disciple.
Well,
you know, right. Right.
Because you get, I call it you get the Clubhouse accent. Yes, I owned 8 businesses. I'm in trucking. Yes. I'm in house cleaning. I own 18 wheelers.
I got 7 bakeries.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I stay in this trailer over here. I got 7 bakeries.
Right. But
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, the cap is real in Clubhouse. And the cap is real on social media.
Oh, come on, man.
I don't care how, you know what I'm saying? You could go to my page and be like, well, Tristan, you barely got 1,000 followers. It's not about my 1,000 followers.
Let me tell you.
Those few,
I can show you some hard hitters.
Right.
But those,
those little followers,
right?
That little, you know what I'm saying? You got, you don't have the room. Hey, I don't need it because you know what I'm saying. My network, that quality of people that I got.
Hey, Leonidas had 300.
right. Absolutely. If you got 300 riders,
he rolled up on Xerxes. Right?
You take over 10,000 troops.
Come on, man.
It's not about how many people you have. It's about who you have. And I feel like I got a team on me. I got a team on me.
I'd have been in one helicopter in one night in one village with probably 2,000 people that were shooting at us.
Right.
And we made it back home.
Right.
And they didn't.
Right.
So you telling me, you know what I'm saying? 8 people in a helicopter can take a whole town out.
Cause
and why?
And because
we had to write 8 jokers.
Yeah. What people don't know is we're not the best military in the world because of our numbers.
Not numbers. It ain't that.
It's because of the people.
Right.
We're the best trained. We work together. And we had the technology and we're coordinated and we're calculated. Right. It's not about, who, where you strike, who you strike.
Right.
And we going for the jugular. we striking.
Now imagine you taking that ability you got right there. Right. Imagine Nita taking that ability. And I'm not taking that from anybody else. I'm just speaking to y'all because you're military. You take that ability from Marcus.
Right.
You take that ability from Ted.
Right.
You take that ability from a few other people in the room. I don't know who. I can't think of their names right now. That's in your room.
Yeah.
And you take all that and you make it become deliberate with what they know to do. Mm-hmm. Tell me what's not going to be successful. Tell me who's not going to be successful in the group. Because you got to remember, there's no point. Nobody goes in to lose in any branch.
Absolutely not.
The thought of losing is not.
It's not an option.
Thought. It ain't an option.
It's not an option.
So now take that. Why do you think that the government wants to keep those people? After you get out, they want you to go work for them because they understand how you think.
Right.
Now you take that thought process and you apply it out here. And I apply it to these cookies. See, I take these cookies and I eat them. And now I apply the deliberate process. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I take a network and I apply the deliberate process to these people who understand the deliberate process. They eat cookies. Oh, yeah. They eat cookies all the time. Yeah. You know how many award ceremonies there are in the military? Do you know how many promotions are every month? You know how many promotions are every month? You know, promotions.
Yes.
What's the hottest thing on promotions? Are we talking about from the highest up to the private? There's a promotion every month. See, I'm just identifying something once a month. I could take you to a base, right, where maybe some people who they run, 3,000-4,000 people each. And we're like, yo, because there's a promotion every month. Every first, there's a promotion. 12 months a year, every first, there's a promotion.
Right.
Okay. Now I'm sitting in one little unit, just a little tiny unit. what I'm saying? There's gonna be 300 promotions. That right there in that one little tiny unit now. And there's thousands of units. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So do you know like one unit can make you a millionaire? One unit for 12 months can make you a millionaire with cookies. That's crazy. But see, people don't think about that. We talking about one unit. We talking about one thing. We talking about if you take a book and say, hey, let me get this book in my hand. Let me go take a visit. And this is just one network, right? Okay, let me go over here. Because of influence. The one thing we do in the military is we pass books. That's what we do. Mm-hmm. That's the one thing you learn from the day you come in to the day you get out. You pass books. So I tell anybody who has a book, write a book. You know what I'm saying? And people can use their influence because all somebody has to say is during a briefing, hey, check this out. A great read is this right here. You know what that saying is? Hey, a great read is this right here, right?
You read this.
What that means is go buy that book.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a bookshelf full of
and guess what these people gonna do?
Buy the book.
They're gonna go buy a book because of influence. Mm-hmm. Because they know there's something in this book that they're gonna ask us about, and so we need to know what's going on in this book.
Oh, so you okay?
You get what I'm saying? It's influence.
Yeah.
Right. Now imagine doing that everywhere. Because you mentored seeds everywhere. You got seeds everywhere. And
then we all do it.
Come on now.
Everybody's product.
So now we're playing this same process out here, right?
Right.
So now people that come into the room, we hold them accountable. You come in here, okay, we're going to hold you accountable. You come in here, we're going to hold you accountable. Right? Just like I'm going to be held accountable to you.
Right.
That's how everyone wins.
Absolutely. Yep.
And so the people who don't want to be held accountable, then no. Because like they say, I think it was the great John C. Maxwell said, is it fair to treat unequals equal? And the answer to the question is you have to answer that question.
Right.
There's not an answer for it. I can't tell you what your answer is, but you have to think about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll say it again. Is it fair to treat unequals equal?
Come in the room.
Come on now.
Be on your top notch.
You got to.
You have to. And I'm saying it here. We want people on the same way.
Right.
We, man, will I like thousands of people in the room one day? Right. Yes. We'll get to that point. But it's not about the numbers. It's about who we impact. Right. I'm doing it to impact people's lives.
Right.
I'm doing it to change people's lives.
Impact.
I'm doing it to put money in people's pockets. I'm not doing it to get notoriety.
Because you don't get no check.
Yes.
There ain't no check being written to Hello Houston, is it?
No.
No, there's no check. There's no check being written to you.
Right.
There's no power being given to you.
Right. And
you're giving.
Speaking of being focused.
Yeah.
Andy's Refocus Business Conference Mastermind. Go get your tickets.
We got how many days to the Refocus? It's on Friday. Today is Tuesday.
Right there.
We know what we need to do.
Right.
We need to hold ourselves accountable. So I'm asking the 12 people, I'm saying that are popping in and out. I'm saying, if you haven't bought a ticket, then you're not holding yourself accountable. Well, and that's real talk.
Right.
You're not holding yourself accountable because if you have something, if you want here, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to support you.
Right.
So I'm going to hold myself accountable to you. So I'm asking you to hold yourself accountable right now. You know what I'm saying? And when we do this, I'm telling you, we can't lose. You can't lose. Why would you want to not be part of something that's not going to lose? The only way you lose if you don't do anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you lose.
Right.
All right. And that we can't have it because we're just not going to have the losers out here.
Right.
We winning.
And like I say, Andy, she does so much work for her Refocus Business Conference, and she has brought like 30 speakers.
Right.
And this woman has put all her time and energy. And I'm gonna say, Andy, hey, I admire that work that you've done, and it's going to pay off because, like G says, people, your influence, your name. It's just ask Andy. I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's your name. It's your name. Your name rings bells. And people can attack you. People can say whatever. They can try to hold you down, hold you back.
Right.
But like G says, you've surrounded yourself with some military, some soldiers, some airmen, some Marines, some sailors, and we have the mindset of we're not gonna lose.
Nah,
failure is not an option.
Not an option.
In Hello Houston, failure is not an option. I'm not going to fail. She's not going to fail. If you come in that room, we going to succeed. Cookie's going to succeed. Like I said, she's going to sell out. Joni has sell out. Everything we touch is gold. And that's not me tooting my horn. I'm telling you, everything we touch is gold. And it's at one point, like G said, it's gonna be some people coming there just want to be in there just to be in there, because they know whatever we touch is gold. But you're gonna find yourself in a terrible place. You're gonna find yourself outside the club. So don't come in the room thinking you know what I mean, half stepping.
Right.
Because if we behind you, we behind you.
Wink
and drink about to be about to take over the city.
It's already taken off.
Hey man, the theme song is fire.
Come on now.
That's
it's the unofficial theme song, but the CEO loves it.
Yeah, the CEO
loves it.
Hey, that's all you need.
You know what? I put this unofficial, but I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, that's all you.
What's that?
It's not gonna be on the app just yet.
Yeah,
no. And so, but we, hey, listen,
it's hot.
Listen,
I bet you Snoop Dogg coming from you.
You know what I'm saying?
Snoop coming for you. That's a Snoop type beat. You know he wants 16 on that.
I know that's right too.
Man, hey, G laid a fire track, and like G said, we're here to serve. That's different. And then and I love Cookie's words. You know what I'm saying? She said it's different. You know what I mean? You and I know we don't do it for the money.
Right.
We do it for the people.
That's it.
And when you do it for the people, when you do it for the right reasons, you have no other reason, but you have no other way but to be blessed.
Right.
I'm not gonna worry. I don't worry about the money. It's coming.
Yeah. It'll be there.
It's coming.
In abundance.
Yeah, right. It's coming.
In abundance.
It's coming.
In abundance. Well, we gonna close out. I know you're trying to leave. Y'all trying to leave.
Yeah.
I know y'all gotta go. But let me get you what you get out of it. What did you get out of tonight? I know y'all had to go. You haven't eaten yet, but we have you so comfortable in here that you can't leave sometimes. I saw you try to leave 12 times. I saw he grabbed his stuff. He wouldn't put the bottles. I know, but I know. And I was trying to hold you. I knew you walk out at any moment. And see, that's beautiful right there. You know what I'm saying? That's why we do over here. We make you feel so good. Andy tried to tell you. Andy tried to listen. She had to be somewhere at 4 o'clock before they got up out of here.
4 o'clock in the morning.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's what we and that was the after 5. We ain't got to the after 5 yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what did you get out of today? Because you came here, y'all came here just to drop the cookies off. Yep. You know what I'm saying? But what did you get though?
I got communion. I got some history. I got perspective. I gained a little bit of knowledge because I listen and I can apply what you said and what he said and what she said.
Right.
I watch and listen everything. So I may not speak all the time,
right,
but I'm watching. I'm listening. So I got things out of today that no one would think I would get.
Right.
And like you said, it was not my intention. We came to do a drive-by. I drop off and go.
Right.
But I'm very glad we stayed.
I'm glad you did too.
Yeah,
definitely. I'm glad because it's gonna make tomorrow morning a little different.
Yeah, for sure.
Guarantee you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cookie, what we got?
What did I?
Oh, you couldn't hear that. Yeah. What did you get out of tonight?
Oh.
Now we're not ending with Tristan yet, but you're not ending. But I just want to know what you got. I know y'all probably got to go. Whatever. You got 4 o'clock. I get here quick for you.
Same as Stillwater.
Slide it.
Perspective for sure. I learned so much about. I'm curious in a sense about people and how they tick and how did they get to be who they are.
Right.
So I was listening very intently because it makes so much sense now. I'm like, ooh, is this my brother from another mother? Like we have, so much in common in some of the things that you went through. I experienced how can I say this? Like, you guys really make me feel like I'm family. Okay. And that's really important to me. connections are very important to me. So I think your time is like the most valuable thing that you have. It's more important than money.
Absolutely.
So for me to sit here,
I know
it was so worth it. Like it wasn't a price that I could put on how much that all the cookies that I brought, or the gas coming here, or my sleep. Like I've really enjoyed this time on just listening, and I can't wait to be on that side of the table.
That's what I'm talking about.
See,
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I feel comfortable now, so yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah,
but it's, you know what's really refreshing though, to watch his reaction to you saying that, because he knows you,
right? Yeah.
To watch your comfortableness, to watch him watch. You know what I'm saying? And and I'm sure y'all gonna have a great discussion on the way back in the car, which is a wonderful thing.
Actually, Hello Houston sparked a lot of our conversations lately. That's why I said Clubhouse has been another way for us to connect.
Okay, got it.
Because it's not him just on Clubhouse. He'll be on Clubhouse in a room and he's like, hey, you got to get in this room, or he'll ping me in.
Right.
Sometimes we even create our own club and talk in the same. I don't even know why we do that. It's just me and him, and we can just pick up the phone. But Hello Houston has opened a lot of doors, new opportunities, new perspectives, new people.
Right.
So we're here. We love it, and thank you so much for having.
I appreciate it. I really appreciate you.
So the parallels we were speaking of earlier.
Right.
I went to Clearbrook.
Right.
When I left Clearbrook, I went to Jack Yates. I went to the yard. I was there for a little period before they kicked me out, but that's a different story.
Right.
Another one, I lived in the dead end. So I know about Esperanza. I know about 9/11 MLK and 12,000 MLK. Right. I lived off of Selinsky right around the corner. Right. So I had so many parallels that came up in these conversations and different points of his life. I was like, oh, wow, I hadn't thought about that in a long time.
Right.
A long time. But that's how life goes. That's how small this big world is.
Right.
That's it.
And you see what I told you from before when you started? I said, the connection will come, especially when people know who Tristan is.
Right.
It will make better sense now, even to them and to whoever is listening, to when you are speaking the way you're speaking in the room. They're going to understand you more now.
Yeah.
And that gives you more influence, because your transparency is what the thing that gives us influence. Fakeness does not issue out influence.
Absolutely.
That's power or money. That's what fakeness does. You have to move with power or money to do fake.
Right.
But influence is everything about your name.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see how much more influential you're gonna be now.
Hey,
you just went into another room, brother.
Yeah. Hey,
you went into another room tonight.
That's but that's thanks for your platform. It's you, G. You know what I mean? When you started, I knew when this wasn't, you wanted just to help people. This wasn't your vision, right? I don't think you thought what it was gonna become, right? You didn't. I'm pretty sure you didn't think, hey, I'm gonna be booked up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna get some business owners, this and this and this and that. But you have the power with this platform to influence, just like I. You know what I'm saying? Mine's Hello Houston, yours G5 podcast.
Right.
This experience, it will forever change me, and I will forever say, hey, this is the premium. This is the best. This is the top. I've seen other podcasts. Right. Nobody's doing it like you doing it. And especially in the city, like, you know what I'm saying? This is a whole experience. This is a big deal. And I'm gonna treat it that way, and you treat it that way. But I know, like you say, it's your baby, but this Hello Houston, and like you said, the parallel, perfect, parallel. He's right. You know what I'm saying? It is not a coincidence that we met. I connected as soon as I met you. I was like, man, G is dope. Then that's before I knew who you were.
Right.
And then I heard about the podcast. Then I seen what you were doing. I was like, and then I found out you was a brother in arms. And then I was like, this guy is amazing. That's G. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's somebody that I'm gonna have friendship forever. Like you say, this not just gonna be podcast, platforms. That's a friendship I'm going to have forever, because I told somebody the other day, I said, listen, I can get you on a platform.
Right.
I said, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get you on a platform unless I know what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I said, I can make a call 1 minute. And I say, hey, G, this person, and he would do it for me.
Because of what? Not money, not power, but what?
My name.
Which is what?
Influence. Right. And so I knew immediately. And I told somebody that day, I say, and that podcast would change whatever you got. Because as soon as people leave off of this podcast, Wink and Drink, Anita, Jada,
right,
TJ, as soon as you leave off of here, Cookie, when she do it, it's gonna change.
Oh yeah.
Johnny,
we're going in.
Johnny,
we're going in.
Candles,
we go in.
Change.
Right.
Because like you said, influence, power. You can have power, money, but that influence, that's the reason that candle is gonna be, her candle is gonna be sold out. Somebody claims she gonna have a warehouse in our room.
Hey.
Joni was in tears because that was her dream. That happened in a room that I created. And when she do it, get that warehouse,
right,
which she will,
right,
it will bring joy to my heart to know that I facilitated a platform to help a person make their dreams come true. Because I believe at the end of the day, it's not about what you acquire, it's what you how you help other people in your life.
That's it. And that's what we've been held accountable for.
Right.
In life.
Right. It's not about how much money you didn't acquire. Who have you brought along with you?
What did you bring?
Who
have you bring to the table, right?
Who have you uplifted?
Oh.
You just uplift yourself?
That's my favorite thing right there.
Who have you uplifted?
Who have you done something for?
Right. And if you can't say anybody,
right.
It may be a long ride, brother.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be a long ride. It's gonna be a long ride.
Right.
I promise you.
Right.
It's gonna be long as I don't know what.
Right.
Especially around me. I'm gonna make it long too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So who, before you come to me, who have you helped?
Hey.
Before you come
that's
to
the
Andy,
question right there.
Who have you helped?
Who soliciting, it's great to solicit the business. It's great. You know what I'm saying? It's great. And we should solicit businesses. That's a wonderful thing. It just everybody else might not do it. But 5 gonna do it.
Right.
Hey, I got you. Okay, who you coming to me so I can help them too?
Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Well, it was just me. I was just my stuff. No. I'm gonna help somebody else too. So tell me somebody else who need to help. And so man, you can go help him
and use the whole network.
This is how he was.
Right.
No, they mentioned my name.
Right.
He's like, Cookie, and I'm like, okay, he doesn't even know me. But I mean, you were like, it doesn't matter. Like,
right.
Because
blowing your cookies up, and you didn't even have a cookie.
You're
right.
So, yeah.
So explain to her. I was like, I'll do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? You're part of the cause of helping people.
Yeah.
And
that's
so
what
we're
he's
gonna make
talking
it
about.
happen.
That's what he's talking about because of our name. Because we said, hey, Cookie, he made, like you say, he made it. He wasn't there Tuesday. So he didn't get the box. But when he heard, we like, hey, Cookie came through.
Went hard in the paint.
Right.
She came in the right way, G. This is what I heard. She came in the right way. She didn't even try. She came in like this.
Right.
Like, yo, presentation was on point. I just heard it. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, okay.
If you need it, I got it.
Okay,
that's what it was.
We good there.
Yeah.
That's it.
And what I tell people all the time, the best form of advertising is still the word of mouth.
That's it.
It's still the word of mouth.
It's like this right here. This is influence. And this is what I'm saying. Even like Pamela. She out there doing stuff. She's putting information out there. She's helping people. She's bringing up the questions and the answers. You know what I'm saying? She's bringing the questions and the answers. It ain't no way she could ride through this Texas. I said Texas. I ain't say 210, did I? I said Texas. There's no way she can ride through. You know what? She can't even ride through a state that's touching Texas.
Right.
And say, hey man, this happened to my truck is right there. Guess what? She gonna have some citizens right there
on it.
Right.
It's gonna be some people on it. And I'll make sure they own it.
Right.
Right then. You know what I'm saying? I know I ain't got no access to it. I'll be like, hey, DM, where you at right now?
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, maybe about an hour and a half, somebody gonna be. I don't care where you at.
That's a true brotherhood.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's what people don't understand about the service connection we have.
Right.
Because if somebody's somewhere, guess what? We got to go get them.
Right.
There is. I don't care where you at.
Right.
If they say the word they're missing, okay, guess what we can do? We won't stop. It ain't gonna stop looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
It won't stop.
Mm-hmm.
Like lose a piece of weapon. What happens?
You gotta find it.
You gotta find it. You can lose the trigger. You can lose the spring in the weapon.
It's all
somewhere.
accountable.
Guess what? Ain't nobody going home. You'll be there for a week looking for a spring.
Yeah.
So this is my point though. If I can sit here and look for a spring, if I can sit here and look for the bolt of a weapon, if I can sit here and look for something, just some goggles, you mean to tell me that I can't go out and assist somebody?
Right.
As a person, I can't assist somebody in their business. I can't help somebody who needs help.
Right.
You mean to tell me that? Oh, I'll do this in this system, but I won't do this in our system for us. That's crazy to me. So that's why there aren't any limits. That's why everything is deliberate.
I can dig it.
They teach us that deliberate attack.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the only way we attack is deliberate.
Right.
And we don't go to attack to lose.
Oh no.
Right.
Like who goes to attack to lose?
Right.
Who deliberately goes and attacks to lose? That don't make no sense.
Or without a contingency.
There you go.
Yeah, you gotta have it.
You gotta have it. So my thing is, okay, we need to attack everybody's business. If you in my circle,
right? I
need to attack your business. I need to attack your business. I need to attack your business. Now, with all of us attacking each other's business, right, and ensuring that we bring in continued, because residual income, passive income is not a one-time thing.
No,
no.
It's continuous.
Yeah.
So me helping your business one time. And me buying some cookies.
That's cool.
Oh, I supported her.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I feel good. Oh, I bought cookies one time in 7 years. I bought some cookies, right? But I didn't continually to ensure that you get customers. That every time I open my mouth, I'm talking about cookie. You having what? A bake sale? Okay, what they doing? Okay, hey, come here. And see, I'm that bold. Like I said, I'm gonna take the people to you. Hey, come on, come on. This is what we do. Come on. I'm gonna show you. No. Hey, right here.
And it's a lot of them. You sit on the neighborhood association board. Y'all having a meeting? Wait a minute.
Come on,
we need some cookies for that, don't you?
There you go. You gotta have the cookies.
You gotta spread it out.
You gotta have the cookies, baby. And it's enough cookie room for everybody. Everybody can have cookie companies. You know what I'm saying? There's enough places to have cookies for everybody, so we don't have to hate on your cookies. Cookie. Now it might be the official cookie for 5 casts. It's the only cookies that's gonna be eaten on 5 casts by my guests. They're not eating other cookies. They can't even bring Oreos in.
Amen.
They can't even bring them in here. You can't even bring a cookie unless it's a cookie. You know what I'm saying? You can keep it out there. You know, but I'm just saying in here on tape, we eating cookies.
And there's no need to be jealous because if you're serious about your business, there's a possibility for a franchise
all day. I'm not trying to tell nobody not to go to no other podcasts. You know what I'm saying? I want people to go to. I want you to go to all the podcasts in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I'll have any podcast on the show. And I hope they will have me on their show. You know what I'm saying? Look at the 1409 boys podcast. They were just here the other day. I wasn't sitting here and tell them, well, no, I'm not going to have nobody. I asked them. Why did I ask them? Because I wanted to celebrate them.
There it is.
You know why I want to celebrate them? Because they're 2 young brothers out here making it happen, doing it big. 2 young brothers out here doing it. You know what I'm saying? They are doing it. But the biggest thing is they helped me.
There it is.
I asked a question. They answered. They like, no, bro. Hey, here's my number. They got me set up. And I told them the other night, I gave them the flowers when they were here.
That's business.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good business.
Because I had to.
Yeah.
I had to give them that respect and that love. You know what I'm saying? And whatever I can do, they already know. They already know. And they're in the military too. So they understand.
Yeah, that's business.
They understand how we roll.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to continue on doing this. You know what I'm saying? We have to continue on pushing each other. We have to continue on being deliberate. Because when we're deliberate, there's nobody that can stop us when we're deliberate. I promise you, nobody can stop it because it's a movement. I have a saying, you know what I'm saying? I move different. Yeah. And it can mean whatever it wants to mean to anybody. But I move different.
Sound like a t-shirt.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, it is a t-shirt.
That's number 2.
It's already, but it's already a t-shirt. It's already a t-shirt. Yeah. It's already a t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it can mean what it wants to mean to you. But I'm gonna tell you what it means to me. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to move different. If y'all are hearing what I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
We cannot move the same way we've been moving because this movement has not worked.
Right.
This movement is of the system that is created for you to move in the direction they want you to move in. So if you're moving in the direction they want you to move in, then that's what they want you to do.
Amen.
But we're talking about independent growth.
There you go.
Not moving in their direction at their time.
There you go.
Right.
And at some point, if it's not working, we have to reevaluate, make a new plan, and then work the plan. Period.
That's right.
Yeah.
Plan the work and work the plan.
Because
it's straightforward.
Because if the nation was moving as Hello Houston move, we will be powerful. The black dollar is higher than Spain, who is number 11 in GDP. We got more wealth than of most countries, civilized country, just in the black American community alone.
And that's cool. But I want all the dollars.
Right. Yeah. Hey. Oh,
you feel what I'm saying?
Hey.
See, it might be set up for me only want those dollars you're talking about.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
That might be what they want us to do.
Right. No. Let's get all of it.
No.
I like that.
No. I'm not limiting myself to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you see how you woke me up.
Yeah.
You woke me up on that one, bro.
Right.
You woke me up on that. There is no limits.
Absolutely.
Because let me tell you this right here. And I know you gotta go. But I'm from North Carolina. And I can take you to North Carolina and I can show you the plantation my name come from. Okay.
Absolutely.
See, you had the luxury of probably having, to stay down in a street. It was a one-way street or whatever, but I can show you the plantation where my name come from.
Hey.
I can.
Outside?
Oh, yeah, it's across the street.
Okay.
The car place dealership over there. I can show you that.
Gotcha.
And the people who were in those fields for years, they had no option. And the thing they wanted was, they didn't want, and I'm just being honest, they didn't want black freedom. They wanted freedom. See, it wasn't selective. They wanted what everybody had as a general thing was freedom. They understood their power. You know why? Because they were the power that made everything go.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So they knew their power. They knew their worth because none of that could get done without them.
And they weren't in a hurry to leave. They just wanted to be paid for the work they're doing.
Right.
Just pay me for what I'm doing.
And they wanted their freedom.
Yes.
Right? So I mimicked that. See, there is for me, and this is why I move different. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody owe me. You don't owe me nothing. Nobody owes me nothing.
Right.
Me, Brian, they don't owe me nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that I can go get everything that everybody can get. You know what I'm saying? So that means I want that too. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get up in there and I'm gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's my movement. I move different. I can't limit myself because I gotta be able to walk in every room. There ain't a separate hallway over here. Trust me, it's one room, it's one building. It's one building. Trust me. And we have to go to those levels. And we have to speak at those levels. And we have to understand we can't get in our mind, that we got to build our no, we got to go to those levels.
You got to do it right.
You understand? And we show ourselves. You know what I'm saying? As far as how we speak, how we talk, all these things like that, because those are the things that whatever. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing that somebody can do that I can't do. You feel what I'm saying?
That's true.
And so now we get smart on that side of it. And we move different.
Hey.
We move different.
Hey.
That's the key. I promise you. I promise you. And I'm sure Anita Blue can testify. It's when people they say well, different levels for different devils, different devils for different levels.
Yeah.
It's something like that they say right there, but that meaning it means something else, totally different than what people think it is. Because like I tell everybody, like everybody know, they say, hey, nothing is hidden, everything is in the face, right? I tell people like this: it's like a magician. A magician loves to make you laugh, right? Because he can take his hands and you would think you knew what happened, but you didn't, so you laugh. Why the uncomfortable act comes with, like, how you fool me? And the magician gets a joy out of making you believe what happened, right?
Right.
So imagine if, and they want you to see, because they put it in your face. They put it right in your face. But we think it's, we look at him, he ain't have it before. No, he got it in your face. You know what I'm saying? But you paid attention to the hand. You paid attention to that. See, that's what you focused on. That's what they want you. That's what they want you to focus on. The system. The hand is the system.
Meanwhile, all this other stuff
there you
is
go.
Going on.
There
People
you go.
Making the money.
There you go. See,
and
you know, and that probably went over. This gonna go over a little bunch of people's mouths. Not even a bunch of heads. It's gonna go over a bunch of people's mouths. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
You know, so that's why we have to move different as individual people. Okay, I'm not saying as a culture or anything. I'm just saying we just have to move different. You know, until we realize and understand that, you know, stop chasing this money. You know, you'll probably go hit me on that rant on that. Stop chasing the money. I promise you. Don't worry about because your bank account dropping down. Don't worry about all that. Because I say don't worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you got your stuff in order, you got your business. I mean, that stuff is just paying for something in your business, and that's going to be a write-off. That's going to generate something. But because you have the goal and tenacity, and everybody around you is going to be deliberate, they're going to make sure your business is successful anyway. So when you're around a bunch of people like that, what is that to worry about? If I'm around some killers, and when I say killers, I mean like business. If I'm around some killers like I'm around, what I'm worried about? I ain't worried about nothing. Because I already know they got me and I got them. I already know they're deliberate for me. I'm going to be deliberate for them. I already know that. And I'm not going to worry about nothing. See? That's so true. And that's what we got to get to. And that's what you're doing, young man. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say, young man.
Right.
That's what you're doing. And I appreciate that. Look at me, man. No, I appreciate that. Because this is what men do, man. I'm sorry. Right. We look at each other in the eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, G,
straight up. That's what we do. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and it's just one of those things, bro. So I appreciate you. Understand this.
Right.
I appreciate you what you're going to do.
Appreciate it.
You understand?
Yeah.
I already appreciate what you're doing, but I appreciate what you're going to do. Right. All right? Keep doing it. I'm glad I heard your story. I'm glad I know who Tristan is. You understand? Gotcha. That made your influence go up this much more with me. Now imagine if I say your influence went up that much more with me. Imagine what more I will already go there for you. Imagine like, damn. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, just between me and you, we just did that.
Right.
Once again, now we get everybody else on board.
Right.
And hold them accountable to it now.
Right.
And then they do it.
Right.
Bro, please. It's over at that point.
Drop the mic.
It's over at that point.
Drop the mic.
Who can touch you? I'm telling you right now, can't nobody touch me. I'm telling you. So I'm on your side.
Got it.
Now what?
I'm on your side.
And I can show you some other jokers.
Ride. We ride.
It's beyond ride.
We ride.
Because they move different.
Right.
They want to be silent movers, but they move different. And I'm saying nothing illegal, nothing bad. I don't have that luggage right there with I got some killers over here. I have none of that. I have business people. That's what I say when I say killers. I got business people. Right?
Right.
I want you to have business people. All that's local stuff. That I got killers over here because I came from this set. But whatever. Okay, got it. That's local.
Right.
Right?
Right.
That stuff gets exterminated, wiped out. Stuff I'm talking about don't get wiped out.
Right.
Because it moves different.
Right.
That's where we have to get, Cookie. You understand? That's where we have to get. We have to understand that. Yeah. We have to understand that now. You got to hear what I'm saying, Lord. Y'all got to understand what I'm saying, man. Y'all got to understand what I'm saying.
Gee, I got you. I'm following you.
You are just an awesome person.
No, I'm just a country boy from North Carolina. That's it.
Seriously, like let us give you some flowers.
No. I give G.
Amazing.
No, G is amazing. And I told Ben G didn't have personal conversations. That's why he's saying that. But I've told you, G, this podcast is different. You're different. I value myself. You know, you asked me what I learned from my grandmother. I learned how to read people. I learned how to read energy. I learned wisdom. When I said, you know, King Solomon, that's my favorite book in the Bible. That's because that's what I would have asked for. Not money. I would have asked for wisdom because I am wise. I'm smart. I'm intelligent. But the fact of the matter that I'm wise and I can see things before people can see it, that is a gift. And so the fact that I'm telling you, G, this podcast is going to change people's life and it's going to change your life. And because you're doing it for the right reason, you're not doing it. You're not. What do you know, man? You put me on a platform for what? You know what I mean? Hey, I moderate a room. Some people would say, but you did it because you seen something in someone that you like. Hey, this guy's doing something amazing, and I appreciate it because this is the first podcast that I ever been on. It's not gonna be the last. It's gonna be many. It's gonna be a lot, abundance. I know, but this was the start. This gave me is that boost. It's that one. That's all I needed was that one shot, that one opportunity to say, I can do this. You know, this is right. And me in front of this mic lets me know this is where I need to be. This is, you know, I mean, it give you that boost. Like tomorrow when I wake up, Hello Houston is gonna be the first because you gave me that boost. You let me know. Cookie let me know today. I am doing what I'm put to do. I am affecting people. I am impacting people. Andy is impacting people. And Nita is impacting people. And you changing people's lives and you sowing into people is unique. And that's why I said when one day in the room, when people say, hey, you extra, Tristan. I said, yeah, I'm extra special. I'm extra talented.
I remember.
I'm extra gifted. I'm extra uplifted. I'm extra motivated. Yeah, I'm extra. I am. And I'm going to continue being extra because extra influence change people's lives. Ordinary is ordinary. I will never be ordinary. And I will continue to be extra. As I'm out.
Damn.
Boy, put it down.
Shit. He didn't mean to curse like that. But listen, man, shoot.
Me clapping like I was in church.
Let me get a wink and drink. Wink and drink real quick. A wink and drink. What?
I'm down.
A wink and drink. What?
Hit him, G.
It's 5 o'clock. It's time to leave. I dig into my pockets, pull out my car keys, grab my wallet, walk out the front door, unlock my phone, open the app store. I need a place to meet and think. Found a brand new app called Wink and Drink.
Yeah,
it's Wink and Drink.
Hey,
it's Wink and Drink.
Come on,
it's Wink and Drink, a brand new app where people meet.
Come on,
it's Wink and Drink.
Hey,
it's Wink and Drink. It's Wink and Drink, a brand new app where people meet. Hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I really, really, really appreciate this right here. This was a great episode, man. You know, Tristan came through, showed out like he said he was gonna do. He showed out, you know, and I appreciate that.
Shout out to Ja Juice, man. 11-year-old.
Right.
Him and his father dropped the juice off at
They can't hear you, man. You gotta put your mouth to the mic.
Shout out to Ja Juice,
right.
Man. He's an 11-year-old CEO of his own company.
He is.
And him and his father dropped the juice out, and it's amazing, man. So shout out to them, man. You know, it's great. And I'm drinking the juice right now, and it's amazing. And it warmed my heart to see a black father and his son come to me and say, hey,
right,
man, this is my son company. This is what
right.
We, like Anita say, we creating a legacy.
Right.
We are taught, and I told a young man, I said, your father and I were taught to work in the system, to work for somebody.
Right.
He is teaching you to be your own boss. And there's nothing like freedom.
Right.
It's nothing like financial freedom. It's nothing like having a legacy. It's nothing like you know, I not necessarily had the entrepreneur spirit, but I'm surrounded by what G called killers. So when you surrounded by killers, you have no other choice but to become a killer yourself.
That's it.
So I'm a killer. And I'm telling you, I'm a killer. And if you don't believe it, man, you sleeping on me. But you gonna wake up and you be like, well, Holmes told you. So shout out to Jai and shout out to Darrell and his son, and you know, appreciate it, G.
Hey, that's what we do, man. Hey, and they will be on the show on Tuesday. How about that? We locked that in earlier today. He hit me. We figured out the date, and so he came back to me and told me when it was available. So I hit him back earlier, so they will be on the show on Tuesday, and that's what I'm talking about. See, that's how we do it in here.
Absolutely.
You know, we bring them on right. Hey, I appreciate everybody. We're gonna close it out with you know, my favorite song.
What's that?
What you think it is?
I don't know. What is it, G? Hey,
appreciate y'all, man. Y'all do what y'all do. Hey, we'll see you tomorrow. Who we have tomorrow?
G. Solution by TJ.
Yeah, TJ's doing her thing tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? TJ will be in here tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Doing it big. So if you want to know how to do anything, you know what I'm saying? You want to get your notary signing, loan signing agent business going, making that 10G a month. You know what I'm saying? This is what you want to listen to. If you want to learn how to move some properties, you know, buy units and stuff like that, this is who you need to talk to.
TJ.
She's going to bring it in, and she's going to bring it hard. She got some story, you know what I'm saying? And we're looking forward to that story tomorrow. And that's going to be a good thing right there. Yeah. All right. So going to end with this. We're going to make you do what he do.
Shout out to TJ, Clubhouse Security. She hold you accountable.
What? A wink and drink. What? See that light right there, bro? A wink and drink. What?
Hit him, G.
It's 5 o'clock. It's time to leave. I dig into my pockets, pull out my car keys, grab my wallet, walk out the front door, unlock my phone, open the app store. I need a place to meet and think. Found a brand new app called Wink and Drink. Yeah, it's Wink and Drink.
Hey,
it's Wink and Drink.
Come on,
it's Wink and Drink, a brand new app where people meet.
Come on,
it's Wink and Drink.
Hey,
it's Wink and Drink. It's Wink and Drink, a brand new app where people meet.
It's the king of love track, baby. Take wheel. Take wheel. Everybody take wheel. Come on, take wheel. Take wheel. Everybody take wheel. You got to speak to me, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Give you a jab to the nose and make you say what's up. I'm in the club, nigga, talk with the long barrel. When the music stops having singing, not Christmas carols. People hate me, man, I really do know why. They see the wings on my back and they know I'm gon' fly. So what the fuck's supposed to do? Just try to please people. Got my Indian cool family and I don't get people. Remember, used to put newspaper in my tennis shoes. Used to walk around in them tennis, the mini shoes. For party nigga, I was too plugged out for that. Never told all my enemies I couldn't be a rat. But niggas told on me, nigga, they got it in return. Now I ain't mama's living room in a nice skirt. Fuck you, your whole crew, bitch, cause you gon' get caught. Blow your brains out in your lap, now hold that thought. Motherfuckers stop pretending of a new ever. Say we're getting it poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with T5 legacy never ending, bitch, stop pretending. This is the beginning of a new era. Say we're getting it poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with T5 legacy never ending, bitch, stop pretending. This just for my killers who just straight up murder. Leave you in the sewer dead just like a ninja turtle. I got connections with the real fucking black mob, and I'm trying to get it right for my man God. So any drama, don't believe me that there's no problem. Niggas will torture your ass, you wish they fucking rob you. And it's to society, that's my favorite one. Desert Eagle 50 caliber, that's my favorite gun. My nature gun, and yes, I'm gunning for your fucking dome. You the homie kid, cause you always running fucking home. Every K got a boy, your house, we'll clap it up. I run my mouth like a big booty bitch, I can back it up. Try niggas on pickups just like they did in Jasper. Keep fucking around, your new friend is gonna be Casper. You gonna be in the casket, people trying to coffin on you. But so many hoes ain't taking can't play golf on you. Motherfuckers stop pretending of a new era. J-Bo getting it poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm in it, poppin' nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, I hate me, nigga, but I'm still with it. G5 legacy never in it, bitch, stuck again. Fuck that shit, bro, I'm tired of being nice. White shit in your head, this mic is not a fucking lights. I keep the termites fed like a pistol, stay with some lead. Like Marita, dog, stay with some bread. I lived in the trailer, not no projects. They still got it, but you puttin' run on my set. I kill niggas, dog, and also I kill time. Call out my snitches, head through fucking moms. Niggas tell on me, goddamn, they drop a fucking dime. Your brains are gone, now you out of your fucking mind. And niggas know I fight you, bitch, young bitch, stop. But they don't fucking understand to get bitch to that head, that gun clap. It's the beginning of a new era. Jay will get in and poppin' nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with it. G5 legacy never in the bitch, stop again. This is the beginning of a new era. Jay will get in and poppin' nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with it. G5 legacy never in the bitch, stop again.
Wink and drink what? A wink and drink what? A wink and drink what? Hit 'em, G. It's 5 o'clock, it's time to leave. I dig into my pockets, pull out my car keys. Grab my wallet, walk out the front door. Unlock my phone, open the app store. I need a place to meet and think. Found a brand new app called Wink and Drink. Yeah! It's Wink and Drink. Hey! It's Wink and Drink. Come on! It's Wink and Drink, a brand new app where people meet. Come on! It's Wink and Drink. Hey! It's Wink and Drink. It's Wink and Drink, a brand new app where people meet.